Welcome to Secrets of Eldruma. Welcome to Laugh Out Lore. Welcome to our crazy asses. We actually don't really have any announcements that I know of. So just thanks for joining. I guess I'll go ahead and go through again the subscriber stuff and the different things you can get. So we have subscriber badges. If you subscribe, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. So so if you like what you hear, you can subscribe. You get a couple of emotes. We're working. The more subscribers we have, the more emotes we can release. We have several to release, actually. So if you like what you hear, feel free to subscribe. Again, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you have a Twitch Prime account, which means you get one free subscription every month. The caveat of it is you have to do it manually every month. So, also, next week we may or may not be playing. If we are, it is going to be a holiday, Christmassy type of one-shot. So, we're going to kind of discuss over the next couple of days, see who can join, who can't, and see if we can get something rolling for you guys. Also, channel points. These may be changing soon. I have a couple of different ideas that will not really derail us as often. But right now, 750 points to get you a random encounter, only once per session. 1,000 lets characters reroll natural ones. If you use any of the rerolls, please tell us what you would like us to reroll. Sometimes we go through rolls pretty quickly and we get lost in the in a fray of things. So 1,000 points is reroll natural ones for the characters. DM rerolls a D20 at 1,500 points. And then 10,000 points, you create and act out an NPC. Also, we're always looking for guests too. So if you would love to guest on the show, let us know. We can also use guests on Anthony's campaign on Sundays. So yeah, just send us an email, send us a message on Facebook, whatever you guys want to do. Let us know on Twitch, whatever. So with that, last week where we left off, Fin Dizzle died. An assassin came in and slit his throat with a magical blade. Healing seemed to have a worse effect as Malak tried to heal unsuccessfully. They followed the assassin as far as they could into an underground tunnel and popped up in front of the burnt-out house. They buried Fin Dizzle in the tunnel, said a few words, came out, and as they were finishing up and wondering what to do next, a carriage came out of control and they were able to control the carriage pretty quickly, actually. Stop the horses from running through, thanks to Traka's animal handling, as well as, I believe someone jumped on, was it Chris? Dragoon, was able to, with conjunction, slow the horses down and save the person inside. On closer examination, there was an arrow sticking out of the flank of the horse. As thanks, he brought you to his tavern, gave you guys free drinks, and agreed to walk you towards Tychus's tower.
He hooked them kids up with a job.
Yep, and then a half-orc came running down the road holding a purse in hand, and someone was chasing after him, yelling at him to stop. You guys were able to resolve this by convincing the tavern owner to give them a job and keep them well-fed and housed. So, you guys were the heroes of last week, so congratulations on that. We will see what happens of that, because I have some ideas. The very last thing, and this is where we ended, you guys were about to cross into Market Square where Tychus's tower is, so you're all right on the edge of the high streets and the market streets. And you've seen a carriage arrive. All right. So, you guys are looking across the street, and you see a carriage, but it's not drawn by horses. It's actually being carried on 6 people's shoulders. You have 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and they're just carrying this in. In front and back of the carriage, there are darker-skinned elves. Everyone roll a history check for me.
Fucking pointy-eared bastards.
Call him out.
Investigation, right?
History.
History. Oh. 1 second. I think I have damage in that.
It would have an A next to it if you do.
Yep, I do.
Block 19.
All right.
Dragoon is a... Oh, God, where is it? History. A 21.
Okay. Bjork.
That is a straight 16.
Okay. And then Traka.
17. I rolled a
Damn.
16, so me and Bjork start with matching numbers again.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
nice.
Like every week.
Yeah, it is a trend. That's awesome.
We don't fuck around.
All of you actually rolled really well. You all would know that these are drow. Drow aren't typically noted for walking down a street in broad daylight. In fact, you know, with these history checks, by the design of the carriage, it is a royalty carriage.
Can I bite my thumb at them?
Yeah, if you would like to.
I would like to.
All right, go right ahead. You bite your tongue or bite your thumb. The carriage has shutters. They are very thick. You can't see through them. You're pretty close, but go ahead and roll a perception check, all of you.
Ooh, I have advantage
Would my
on
history
perception.
check let me know what house it is?
Nope.
Or who it is? Okay.
It's a good thing, too, because that's an 11
Oh, wow. Okay.
instead of a 6.
Shut up. All right.
16,
Hang on.
16 from a
Hang on, real quick. All right, ready? 8 plus 3,
Oh, my God.
11.
I got 6 plus 5.
The math doesn't matter.
That's nuts. That is mind-boggling nuts.
2 in a row.
All right.
Put that
Malak, what was your perception?
Sorry, I had to.
Who?
Said,
Malak.
put that cookie down.
I don't know if Malak can hear us. Nope, he just isn't listening.
No,
He just-
it's kind of hard
he
to
just
tell 'cause
doesn't
I need
like
to
us.
look away.
He just doesn't
that
like
might
us
be a good
anymore.
idea.
So, yeah, Malak, what was your perception roll?
16.
Okay. And then Dragoon.
17.
Okay. Bjork and Traka, you just see intricate details on the carriage itself. The people carrying it are all dressed in almost like a black silks. They are not traditionally
Stream
dressed.
just went offline.
Are you serious?
No, it's still
Yes.
up for me.
Oh, it's still on.
This is episode 22, right?
Yeah. Just refresh the
just
page,
ended.
maybe.
It's still running for me.
Okay.
It's that fancy new intro nets you got.
Possibly. Yeah, so you guys see that they aren't dressed like a normal person. They are actually covered from toe to head. Even their faces are covered. And these are the guys that are carrying the carriage. Dragoon and Malak. You actually see the same thing, but you also hear a couple streets down or a couple blocks down a lot of noise. So you take a peek around and you see a mob coming down the street after this drow convoy, carrying the typical pitchforks, torches, yelling obscenities to these drow that are heading towards the castle. What do you guys want to do?
Can I roll an investigation to hear said obscenities and what they're screaming?
No, you just hear them. Like, I don't know drow obscenities, so I can't really tell you any. But they're basically saying chanting hateful, anti-drow
Is there
slogans, kind of like the KKK would.
Anthony, refresh your browser.
I already closed it and opened it. It ran for 10 seconds and shut off again.
is there anything to signify, like maybe royalty?
You
On the
definitely
carriage?
see a courtier. So it's basically a nobleman dressed in very fine clothes, better clothes than the noble people that you've seen around town already. With your history checks, you would probably understand that they are the royal courtier, kind of like an escort to the queen.
Mm-hmm. Can I, Bjork, I'd like to look around and try to kind of hush the people that are around me.
Okay.
Just hey, keep it down, quiet down, peaceful.
The people around you are just going on their normal business. The mob that Dragoon and Malak heard are 2 streets down, so you didn't roll high enough to hear them.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I was talking about the mob.
Yeah. So the mob is a couple streets down. They are following the I say caravan, but it's not really. It's just that one carriage. They are actually all of you at this point. I would assume that Dragoon and Malak would be like, "Hey guys, there's something down there."
Yeah.
All of you go ahead and roll another perception check with advantage since you're paying attention.
Does that mean I get double advantage?
No, advantage is just advantage.
That's a 19.
Ooh, nice. Dragoon, you're making an ugly face.
I got dual 19s plus 2.
Nice. Okay, Malak,
I'm sending mine to chat.
is that a nat 20?
Yeah.
I take your word for it. And then Curtis or Bjork. Bjork.
I was muted. 8.
Okay. Bjork, you
All
don't
8.
really. I mean, you see them, and obviously you see them coming, but you don't really see anything like other than that. The rest of you, however, you notice that the mob is actually speeding up, and they are speeding up angrily. What do you guys want to do?
I want to talk to, I guess, whoever's carrying that cart and tell them they should probably move a little faster.
Okay. As you approach, you basically tell them to, hey, there's people back there trying to get you. What are you doing? They don't seem to understand you, or at least they don't acknowledge that you spoke to them.
I'm going to point to the mob.
Okay. Bjork?
Bjork, I've got some charcoal. I'd like to make a little makeshift sign. And my makeshift sign is going to say protection, 100 gold.
Okay.
And I'm just going to stand kind of on the side of the road, just holding up my sign
All right,
as they
cool.
pass by.
Dragoon.
I'd like to
Oh, sorry. Al, go ahead, Malak.
I'd like to try to figure out what language they speak.
You mean the people carrying the carriage?
Yeah, the drow.
They have not
The guy.
spoken.
So I want to try talking to him.
Oh,
I
so
want to
okay.
try.
Hold on. Let me ask this. So the people carrying the carriage are dressed toe to head in complete black. You cannot see their faces or anything. It is completely covered. There
Okay.
are
Yeah.
drow in front, and a royal courtiers in front with those drow. And then behind them, there's also 2 drow.
Okay. So, which ones did Anthony try talking to? The
The ones that were
ones that are in the
carrying.
black hoods, right?
Yes.
So
Right.
I'd like to
Hold on.
try
Is
to
that
like
right,
catch
Chaka?
up to the. I want to
Yeah.
make sure before I go any further because there's a thing I want to
Chaka,
make
you
sure
were
of.
you were talking to the people carrying the carriage, right? Yes.
Okay. So I want to try I don't want to get too close to them because I don't want to spook them, but I want to try moving towards the front of the cart and letting them know that there's a mob behind them coming after them.
Okay. So you guys talk around, and after Traka kind of pointing, and the people carrying the carriage, still no response at all from them. But the drow start looking around that are out there. They are visibly shaken. They are very noble-like. The royal courtier is also very shaken and scared.
Are we talking the same drow that I'm thinking? This is out of character. Kind of half zombie-like.
No, so these drow are basically dark elves.
Okay.
They
All
live.
right.
They live in
Sorry.
the Underdark.
I had different folklore in mind, I guess. I had a different image in my head.
Yeah, so these are they mainly live in caves or in the Underdark. They are not normally up in the sunlight, and they are they are very heavily clothed, even though it's very noble.
Yeah.
They just don't like the sunlight. So yeah, they're not
Okay.
because they live in the Underdark. The misconception
More-
is they are awful.
More reminiscent of dark elves than zombies. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Anthony,
All right, I gotcha.
I see your page. So if anyone in the chat would tell us if we're disconnecting for you, that would be fantastic. We seem to be having some cutout issues. Yeah, so they aren't really the drow are kind of looking around like not sure what to do. They look at your sign, Bjork, and they kind of just like I don't know what to do here. The shutters open just very briefly. All of you make another perception check.
I'd like to twirl my sign like the guys
And you get a
outside
performance
of
check.
the PC wireless store.
Yeah, so do your perception check really quick, and then we'll do a performance check to see how good you're twirling.
Okay. That's a nat
Okay.
20 with 3.
Okay, I don't think anyone's gonna beat that.
Traka 23.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Wow.
That's a 3-peat.
Yeah. Wow.
Mark that date.
Yeah.
We're going for 4, dude. We still got 2.5 hours.
Yeah, dude. Bjork, you point out to everybody, and everyone very quickly sees another drow figure, but she is dressed with very fine light clothing. As the shutters open really quickly, she's frantically looking like, oh my god, like she's very frightened. She has a kind of like a veil over her face, not so much to obscure, but to filter light. With that perception check, I would also say that you notice as you guys are really looking in closely, you're seeing that the guys carrying the carriage, they're pretty in unison. And they aren't walking heavily. Though the carriage probably weighs quite a bit, these guys are not huge.
Can I try and detect Arcana on that carriage?
On the carriage, sure.
I almost feel like it's an illusion.
I'd also like to roll for that.
Okay.
It's a 7. Flat.
Can I throw a help to Malak?
For Arcana,
so-
no. Just because it's each person checking their own.
My Arcana check was 16 plus 4 for a dirty 20.
The carriage does not seem magical.
Okay, so I'm
the
going to relay
people,
that there's nothing enchanted about it.
yeah, it is. It is just a solid carriage.
But this is definitely like out of the ordinary.
Very much out of the ordinary. You guys have never heard of people carrying carriages like this, but yeah, there's a first for
Bjork,
everything.
I'd like to just walk up and try and open the door
Okay.
of the carriage.
The door is locked, but she kind of peeks her head or her eyes back there. She goes, "What do you need?"
Who the fuck are you?
I was sent by the queen so we can promote peace between our peoples.
I know the queen. She doesn't give a fuck about your peoples.
Roll deception.
Okay. Is a 19 with 3. 22.
Okay. Good to know. She very quickly shuts the shutters again.
Bjork's like, yeah, she doesn't give a fuck about us either, I guess. And I'm just going to step back.
All right. At this time, the mob is right behind the carriage and starting to move up. What do you guys want to do?
Traka had something.
Yep, go ahead, Traka.
I was going to talk to the lady, but she closed the window already, so
Well, I mean, this is all happening in unison, so you could probably try to
Yeah.
talk too.
I'm going to be like, look, lady, you need to get to safety. I don't know what this mob wants, but you're a high-value target, so you should probably start moving. Tell your little minions here to run their asses off and get you somewhere safe.
She opens the shutters again. She goes, "This is as fast as they go." And
Well, you better start walking and give me a handful of gold, and we'll keep them off you.
she said, she looks at you. She goes, "I don't have gold, but here, have this." And she holds out a black ring, and upon closer inspection, there's a black spider on it. It's carved from obsidian. Just for your notes, it's worth 50 gold. She said, "There's a little bit of magic in this."
Said it's an obsidian spider.
Yeah, it's a obsidian spider ring.
I'm going to put it on.
Okay. As you do, the ring kind of it looked like it would probably be too small, but as you slip it past the very beginning of your finger, it starts expanding and fits your finger like it was crafted just for your finger. And a little rush comes over you, and you feel like if you used an action to crawl, it doesn't cost any extra movement. So you can go your full speed while crawling.
Can I throw an investigation to see if this is the one ring?
Um,
Seeing
Yeah,
that it kind
yeah,
of
I mean,
formed itself.
you would definitely
to
see
his
this.
finger.
So yeah, definitely roll. Roll a history check.
Brandon,
Yeah, a lot.
It's a 19. Flat.
It is not the ring.
Okay. All right. Well, you go ahead and wear it, bro.
And a mob,
I'd
yeah.
like to do something to slow down the mob.
All right, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I don't want to actually like hurt anybody. I want to try. I'm making this because she just said that she was sent as a gesture of peace, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So what I would like to do, because it looks like these are some pretty tight alleyways. I actually need to cast 2 spells.
Okay. What do you want to cast?
First I want to cast Earth Tremor.
Okay. With what
And
intent?
so what that's gonna. What's that?
What are you intending to use it? Like,
So it
at
says
the
you can
mob,
cause
right?
a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature other than you in that area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes damage, is not prone. If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared.
I
So I
think
want to
he's
make it
trying to
difficult
create a
terrain.
difficult path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And then,
you know what? Go
and-
ahead and do that. Let's do it
and
one
then
step at a
ink-
time,
okay,
just to make sure it hits, basically.
right.
Or I mean, it doesn't kill them.
Well, I think he.
So I'm trying to avoid the blood. I'm trying to not damage anybody. I'm trying to
Okay.
make it hard for them to pass through to slow them down.
So I would say with that, you could probably like limit the magic, just because I know it says that it causes damage, but I like to bend the
Are-
rules for that kind of stuff. So yeah, that sounds okay.
Are you casting before or after the cart?
I'm back behind us where the mob's coming from.
Okay. All right. So behind the caravan.
Right. And then,
Okay,
Brandon,
all right.
how wide would you say these streets are?
These streets are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, around 25 to 30 feet wide.
Okay, so I would also like to go ahead and cast Fog Cloud over the area that I just made rough terrain, so it's hard for them to see, so it'll take a little extra time for them to get through it.
What is the radius on that?
So the radius is actually 20 feet.
Okay.
I
So-
can cast it up to 120 feet away, though.
I will say that you're able to just basically obscure the mob itself, not the entire street, but to them it looks like the entire street because they're in fog.
Mhm.
For
Okay.
the earth tremor, I'm going to roll like 5 die and see who makes a dex save. What is the dex save?
My dex save for Earth Tremor, you got to beat a 14.
Fail, pass. So you guys, since you did the earth tremor first, you guys are actually able to see about half the mob actually fall down. A few scrapes, bruises, nothing major, and then the fog sets in, and everyone that's looking around, including the people around you, kind of like gasp, and the mob dies down very quickly. They are still like moving pretty quickly. They're out of the fog within within like 30 seconds, but it seemed to de-escalate it at this moment.
Okay. I believe Traka had something.
Yep, go ahead.
Do we need to roll the dex save for this earth tremor?
No, he cast it behind the caravan. Or the carriage, I mean. So yeah, you guys were on the side of it, talking to her, so you guys are good.
Okay.
With that, you actually buy them a good 30 seconds to get ahead, and as that happens, the royal guards come, running down the street. I would say the royal guard starts rounding up the mob, and the shutters open once more, and she kind of like raises the veil a little bit, and says, "Thank you very much. I hope the ring suffices. I'm only here as a gesture. I am of no real specialty except for I am just an ambassador of my people. So thank you."
Bjork, can I cast stealth? I want to try and hide under the cart, if not hang on to the bottom of the cart as they're driving.
I would say that would be. Yeah, I guess that'd be stealth. Yeah.
Stealth. I would think stealth and acrobatics, maybe.
We'll do stealth first,
Okay.
and then we'll do the acrobatics to see what you can do.
Yep. 7.
The royal guard runs up towards you, not in a threatening manner, but they see you gesturing, like getting close to you.
Yeah.
Close
I'm
to
going
the
to act
carriage.
like I'm just checking out the axle
Yeah.
on the wheel here.
There's no wheel.
Yeah. Mhm.
There's no wheel, but good call.
Looks good. Yep. Hmm.
The royal guard have now also surrounded the carriage to escort her the rest of the way.
Okay.
She opens the shutters once more, gives a little wave to you all, and then closes them, and the carriage goes forward. The mob is carried away.
Raka, real quick, please.
Yes.
While the window's still open and she's still sitting there when she lifts up the veil, I want to convince her to have a drink with me later.
She looks at you and she says, "If I can escape my priorities, I will meet you. Where should I meet you?"
There's a nice little tavern up here. I'm going to introduce her to Walter and say,
Okay.
if you can, just whistle for Walter. He'll show you where I'm at.
Interesting. Are you gonna teach her the Walter whistle?
Yes.
Roll a performance.
I need to hear this Walter whistle. Why was that so hard to say?
That would be a 10.
Walter whistle.
Okay. Let's see if she gets it.
And it'd be
She is going to
maybe
try to
later we can
repeat.
See if my Walter senses will tingle.
She's going to repeat, kind of like she doesn't quite know how to whistle. She rolled a natural 1 on trying to repeat. She goes, "I'm sure I'll see him."
Pucker your lips like this.
She said,
Oh no, my ears.
Close enough.
She kind of just smiles. She goes, "I'm sure I'll be able to find you," and nods her head.
Okay.
And continues on their way.
Wait, I didn't catch your name.
They are past you now, and the royal guard
I've seen
has
this
closed.
movie.
It's like The Notebook, but in D&D times.
Yes. All right.
As long as the vermin lady doesn't show up. She never
I was
wrote-
thinking of Cinderella, but
Oh man, love triangle. I'm writing a note.
something like that.
So
wait, don't you already have a woman?
No, she rejected me. Remember, I was like, I was just pissed
He
off
got
at my
stabbed
friend,
in the
so I was
gut.
trying to get in
Yeah,
her
he-
pants,
he
and she
got
fucking
gut stabbed.
stabbed me.
Yeah, but she sent you a note, bro.
Oh, that's true.
You got a woman, man.
Gold token or something. I think it was like a vermin
Yeah.
guild coin.
You got a
She
woman.
said, when the time comes, I'll be there. No, we never agreed to
Mhm.
anything. My woman is a
Mhm.
monkey.
Okay.
Walter is a woman.
I'm gonna take you on the Steve Wilkos show.
My fucking woman's a monkey.
It's loyal. He's there for me. He
This
doesn't
guy.
talk.
I dig it. I dig it.
He doesn't say no.
Never.
All right. With that, you
Walter, I
see
need some alone time. He's like, all right.
the bustling streets in front of you as the commotion has died down. This is the most amount of people that you've seen congregated in one area since you've been in the city. There's probably 10 times the amount of people that were on all the other streets, and it is very bustling. You could almost see every type of nationality and race. You see people carrying loaves of bread and baker's outfits. You're seeing guys in aprons carrying long sheets of or long threads of different types of metals. You see food stands and different merchant stalls. There's a couple bards that are going through the crowds, just playing tunes, trying to earn a couple coins.
Yeah, I was about to say, what a time to not have a bard.
Yeah, exactly. You hear a town crier off in the distance shouting the news, and you even see a couple livestock animals being ushered into a stall. Very cluttered, noisy, kind of smelly like New York City in July. Very crowded.
Apologies to anybody that lives in downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it. Seriously, it stinks.
So, I'd say this is almost like a town square then, where we ended up.
No, this is the market square. So this is where all the wheel
that's what I
entertainment
meant.
is.
That's what I meant. Where the kind of the outside people come in to sell goods and products.
Yeah. There's definitely because you guys are near the port, not like on the port, but you're near it.
Mhm.
It is very like there are people that are just like trying on the corner, right, to just peddle their wares from wherever they were from. Like I said,
Mhm.
you see pretty much anything that you would need would be here. Tychus's tower is still off a bit in the distance. You were getting close, but this is also here. I believe you guys wanted to go to the tower first, correct?
If we're already here, can I hit up a blacksmith real quick?
For
See if
sure.
he has a halberd.
Yeah.
See, I want to go with Draka.
All right. Cool.
I mean, we're already at the market, and I don't think Tychus is far, correct? He was
Yeah.
like,
You have to walk
just over
through
the
the
hill.
market to get to the Tychus's tower. So.
no point in coming back then.
You said you're going to a blacksmith.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow you.
Same.
All right. Cool. So you guys ask for directions. It takes you a couple minutes before people realize that you're not buying stuff, and they stop trying to sell you something and actually listen. And they point you down the
Wait,
road.
hang on.
What are they
hang
selling? Do they
Yeah.
have cookies?
Depends who you want to stop.
I'd like to stop the pretty lady in the blue dress.
Okay, and you do. She is carrying loaves of bread. She does not seem to be a vendor of sorts. It looks like she just bought some bread and is carrying it home. Her hair is pulled back into a ponytail with a yellow bow. And she also, in her other hand, other arms, has a couple books.
Unfortunately, I'm not very good at reading, and I'm on the Atkins diet. I'm gonna have to let this one pass.
Can I stop the fat guy with the barrel?
You can, yeah. So Bjork, you kind of stop her, and then you say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else."
Yeah, it kind of nonchalantly. Hey, oh, never mind. Sorry.
Okay. She just smiles and nods and keeps going on her way. Draka, you stop the fat man with a barrel. The barrel itself is very finely made, and it is empty. He's carrying it on one shoulder, and he's just walking along. He may be a barrel seller.
Fine craftsmanship there. You got any of those that are full?
Full of what? We can always walk around and fill it up.
Preferably ale. I lost my bag of holding recently, and I'm fresh out of ale.
He looks at you and smiles. He goes, "We make the kegs, but not the ale. Though, if you would like,
Argus gave me another bag of holding, didn't he?
He did, yes, and I think you filled it up with his ale because it was unlimited."
He did. 4
I
barrels.
would like to offer the fat man a drink. Like, would you like me to fill your barrel and you can make some money off it?
Make a a persuasion roll. Actually, not even a persuasion. I would just say a charisma roll.
While he does that, Brandon, is there any like shops that are going to sell magic wands around?
There is, yeah. And asking around, you're able to find someone. We'll do the wand shopping after the blacksmith.
Cool.
Just remind me.
I got a 14.
I want to do both.
Okay, cool.
My bad.
Just remember, Sharkbait wanted to go buy some weapons too.
Yep, you were
We're
going to
going.
the blacksmith as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Traka, he sets down his barrel. You said a 12?
14.
14. Okay. He puts down his barrel and he smiles. He says, I really would.
I say tavern ale, and I fill up his barrel with ale, and
All
slap
right.
the lid back on, and say, "Have a great day."
Would I see him filling this barrel?
You would. Yeah, you guys are. Actually, you would be just turning around from talking to Bill.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a perception. Because it is very crowded.
Okay. Sure. That is a 14. What was my perception? 3? Yeah. 17 total.
Yeah, you definitely see him. You wouldn't really see what he's pouring it into because there's just so many people. But you see a very
No,
robust
I just
man.
hear. I see Traka and I hear liquid pouring. And
kinda
Bjork's
like-
like, "Oh, well, I could use a drink."
I would like to let the fat man know that he needs to pay this kindness forward
He nods at you and he
without
said,
expecting anything back.
he looks at you and he says, "Sir, I thank you very much. This will allow me to set aside a dowry for my child. So thank you. I will pay it
give him a-
forward."
Damn.
Fancy bow, and I'm like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
That's some fucking ale right there.
He is very happy, and he picks it up, and a fucking barrel of ale is heavy. So let's see if he can actually carry it. No, he
Did-
cannot. What he does instead, he goes, ugh, and he goes, oh fuck. And he's like,
As he can't lift it,
Ale?
Rolling it.
ale here?
Bjork, can I tempt him with a keg stand to lighten the load?
It is not a keg; it's an open barrel. So he could,
No,
if you dumped it upside down, it would just
What was that?
dump on you.
Okay, can I lift the barrel?
You can try.
Let's do
Strength check.
a keg lift.
Traka, you see Bjork trying to lift this barrel.
That's a 19 total.
Bjork, I've got you if you need a drink. Just ask. Let him have that. That's going to help.
I
him.
might have it.
You are able to pick it up, but do you listen to him?
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to empty the whole thing. I'm taking a decent drink out of it to kind of
Put your
lighten the
mouth
load.
in there. You have to buy the whole thing from him.
I'm not putting my mouth. Oh wait, this is an open barrel, not
Yeah.
like a tapped.
No. This is a very open barrel. This is just a regular barrel.
Oh, I thought it was like a tapped barrel.
Mm-mm.
That's why I was trying to pick it up to, hit the tap and.
He's
Hey.
like,
Sharkbait would also like to find a craftsman and have him make more stuff or mimic whatever he can make, and then find a kit so I can learn how to do it myself.
Okay. Do me a favor. Send that in chat real quick so I don't forget it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Instead of after the blacksmith, instead of going to a wand shop, I'd more specifically like to try finding a shop that would sell druid stuff.
Okay. Good to know. All right. With that, Bjork, what are you doing since you just realized it's an actual
Well,
open barrel?
since I realize it's just an open barrel that he, pretty much just kind of filled up, I'm just gonna dip my head down and take a big old gulp, try and take a couple quarts out of this thing so he can pick it up.
Traka just kind of face palms. And I toss the guy at one single platinum to cover
I'm
that.
trying to make it lighter so he can.
You gotta buy the barrel if you're
I'm
sticking
doing
your
the guy a
head in.
favor.
The whole barrel's tainted now. I told you I'd give
Yeah.
you a drink. I got.
You ever
What-
been to a pub?
Remember
As-
the magic bag? like,
As he
beer.
dunks his head in, this fat, robust man, looks over at Traka with almost like a "I just lost everything" face. And Traka, you flip him you say a platinum.
One single platinum.
He looks at
What
that
year is this?
and he says, "You can have this barrel. If you ever need any more, just ask for me. My name is Charles the Barrel Maker. I also
So this is now my
appreciate
barrel.
That is your barrel, good sir. and he pockets the platinum piece, and he walks away very, very happily. And then he turns around and says,
Chaka.
"I'm not gonna
Can I
forget
elbow
this."
Bjork and be like, buy the fucking barrel?
Chaka, how big is that? How big's that bag?
I just poured that out of there, so I'm pretty sure we can pour it back in. But you're gonna have to carry the barrel.
No, I want to put the whole fucking barrel in there. Full.
Yeah, last time I tried to shove something too big in my bag, it ripped open and I lost all
Well,
the
that's why
shit.
I'm asking how big it is.
It's
So-
not big enough for that.
Yeah, the opening of the I keep wanting to say haversack, the bag of holding.
Oh,
It opens up to about, at max, super stretch,
think
like
like
18 inches,
That big.
like in diameter. Yeah, it's not big.
Bjork,
You could probably put Nylar in there, and that's stretching it. Like if he moved, it might rip.
I'm going to take this barrel and kind of tip it a little on the corner so I can roll it, but not, like not sideways, just kind of
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah,
its
yeah,
corner.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
So it keeps its ingredients.
Yep.
I'd like to find the nearest tavern.
Go ahead and first roll a dexterity check.
And you can do the other guy's stuff since they
Yep.
asked about it too.
So, before the jolly man walks away completely, Trucka, he turns around and he shouts, "And don't worry, I'll put this to good use. This is more than I need." And he kind of
Say good day, sir.
he tips his invisible hat and walks on.
Bjork's like, you're just handing out platinum to anybody, huh?
No. I was just trying to do someone a favor. He looked like he needed it. None of these rich fucks need help, but these poor people. We can keep kindness going, and we ever need an army. We got one.
Bjork, as I'm tilting this barrel and starting to roll it, I'm gonna hold back out my left hand and be like, well, I need it too.
Brain thinking.
I've
Do
got beer for us. I got 3 more kegs in my bag, bro.
dexterity check. Actually, if you took huge chugs of this already, you need a Constitution check first, sir.
Yeah, it was a couple quarts at least.
So there's what, 4?
What am I making?
How many
dex
pints
save?
are in a quart?
4
Oh,
4 pints in a
Four
quart.
pints in a quart.
So you had
No.
8 pints.
No.
2 quarts, he said. Yeah.
a quart.
4
There's
cups is a pint. No, 4 cups
there's
is a quart.
5 quarts in a gallon.
There's 4.
I would think a pint and a quart are fairly similar.
I'm googling
Here,
it.
I got Google
Somebody Google that. Who's got a computer open?
right now.
I
I'm
think
on it.
I think a pint and a quart are
2
fairly
quarts.
similar.
1 quart is 2 pints.
Okay, so I said
You
what,
said 2 quarts, so that's 4 pints of
pint.
ale.
4 pint. Fuck, I'm backwards.
2 pints equals
All
1
right.
quart. You drank 2 quarts. You have 4. You drink 4 pints of ale. I need you to do a Constitution check.
Traka, while he's doing that,
I was trying
can
to
I
breathe
knock on the
underwater.
closest door?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to knock on a door
Okay.
and see if anyone answers.
What color of door?
Purple.
It takes you a bit to find a purple door, but you finally do, and you knock on the door, and someone opens the door, and you look her up and down. She's actually about your height, but very slim. She's wearing very fine clothing, but not like noble. It's just very fine, like Sunday's best.
I'd be all proper like good day, ma'am. I have a favor to ask of you if you wouldn't mind, if you're not busy today.
What can I help you with? And she kind of looks around. This isn't
Have no fear.
no fear. She has no
not-
fear. She's
I'm
just
not here to hurt you.
confused.
Just need someone to babysit.
Here's a platinum.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
She looks at you. She goes, "Babysit," and she's looking around like at the ground now, thinking you're talking about a child.
Well, yeah, it's technically watching a
She
child.
sees this 280-pound orc.
I'll make it well worth your while.
She says, "Oh, did someone drink a little too much?"
Not yet, but he's working on it.
Bjork's like,
She smiles
"Wow,
and she
what are
says,
what are you doing?"
You can collect him later if you'd like. I'll take care
We
of
will
him."
be back for him. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna throw her 5 gold.
Oh,
If that's not, if he gives you any problems, let me know. I'll fix your house if he breaks anything.
she looks at you
Bjork's
and
still
looks
just
down.
rolling this barrel down the alley. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if there's a tavern in sight or.
Nope.
Bjork, I found a tavern. It's over here.
There you go. But first, she does accept your 5 gold, and she keeps her door open, waiting for Bjork. Bjork, what's your Constitution saving throw?
Wait, I'm taking it to her house.
Well, it doesn't.
Don't know
we
yet.
don't know
Okay.
yet.
All right.
We're back to you drinking
Con
four,
save was 11
pints.
plus 5. 16.
16. Yeah, you're okay.
Mm,
Your first 2 pints, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. Roll another one.
There we go.
I recently read the rules on this.
Ooh, 15 plus 5. Unnatural 20.
Okay. And then roll one more because you had 4 pints.
You're trying to make me fit.
There it is.
8.
With that, you are very inebriated. And so
Yeah.
the reason why I'm making you roll is because I actually read the rules on drinking recently. I've been doing it
Yeah.
way wrong.
You're supposed to roll every time you drink.
It's the
I've been
pretty
drinking
much
wrong too,
Finish a
man. Don't
cup,
feel bad.
roll.
yeah, it's pretty harsh. With that, you are very inebriated. Traka, you see him kind of stumbling with this barrel. Roll a dexterity save or a dexterity check with disadvantage, Bjork, to see how far you roll this this barrel.
Can I go help him?
Yeah. Well, okay. So straight roll then, if you're helping.
I'm
Straight
gonna grab
roll?
the barrel
Yep.
and get him and help get him situated.
Do I just take the higher of the 2 that I just rolled?
No, just re-roll
first.
Just
All right.
re-roll first.
Reroll. Okay. All right. 12 with 2 for 14.
Actually, Traka, you see him actually doing pretty well after you're getting after he's stable. When you grab the barrel, he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm pumped. Let's keep going." Together, you're
Just
able
kinda
to
sing
wheel it.
along like yo ho ho.
Traka, roll a dexterity check to see if you can get it towards the woman's house.
17.
Yeah, with no problem at all. You're able to steer this towards this woman's house, and she's standing there, and she goes, "Okay."
What about maybe persuasion to convince me that this is a tavern?
You
That's-
sound skeptical. Do I need to give you more gold?
She looks. She goes, "No. I've got this handled. Yeah, this is a tavern." She looks at you, Bjork, and says, "Come on in with your barrel. We'll let you finish up here."
Bjork, I'm going to hold my hand out to Traka again, since he's giving out gold.
I gave him 1 gold.
I'm going to take that and I'm going to slip it in my pocket and keep rolling my barrel.
I'm
Into the
gonna
house.
whisper in his ear, "It's Rusty."
Be like, thank you, Rusty.
Are you rolling the barrel into the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she wants
Yeah,
it
I
in
got
the
it.
house, yeah.
I'm going to take this into the tavern and sell it.
Okay. You walk into this tavern and you look around and there's not a lot of patronage. In fact, it looks oddly comfortable. This is a new style of tavern you've never seen before. Roll an insight
Yours
with
gonna say,
disadvantage.
House bars.
Bjork's going to say, a Metro bar. And that is a 10 with 3 for 13 on insight.
Was that with disadvantage?
You son of a bitch. Yes, it is.
gotta give up on
Unfortunately,
Twitch,
that
guys.
was a
It's
nat
still
20.
funny.
With
Yeah.
that, you are able to you feel like super chill in this new tavern, and you look over
Yeah.
to the lady, and you're like, "I dig it,"
Yeah.
and she goes,
Is there anybody else in here, though?
"It is her and her husband." Well, you see a male Very similar
Yeah,
build, very slim, and like Sunday's best, Brady Bunch Sunday's best.
hmm
Chaka, as he wheels the barrel in, the husband stands up and looks at you, and she says, "It's okay, Wilter."
Wilter?
Wilter.
Hi, Wilter. This is my monkey, Walter.
And he looks and he goes, "Oh," and he like almost running to see Walter, and he says,
Like, calm down. You're going to scare him.
"I love."
All right, Walter. I kind of scratch behind his ear on my shoulder.
I love monkeys. Can I pet him?
If he'll let you, yeah.
He is going to roll animal handling to see if he is okay with it. I want you to roll or think of of a number that he would need to beat for Walter to pet him. Or reverse that. You got a number?
Yes.
Okay. Nat 20.
Well, mine was 14, so.
He very carefully sets his hand out and he lets it hover right in front of Walter. And you look at Walter and you smile, and Walter looks at you kind of uncertain. And you give him a slight nod.
I give him a peanut and say, "It's all right, buddy.
All right.
Don't worry."
Yeah, and he takes the peanut and he smiles at you with his little monkey jaws and leans his head towards Wilter, and he starts scratching behind Walter's ears and like right between his wings in the back, and Walter's just kind of like just loving it, like extra attention that he doesn't normally get from anyone else except for you. It seems like Walter is very happy, and so is Wilter.
Excellent. I'm going to say, ma'am, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, my name. It's Janice.
Like Joplin?
No, it's Janice Willis.
Do you know another one?
Nope.
And this is Wilter Willis.
Bjork, I'm assuming as I wheeled this in, I just kind of let the barrel fall back over.
Yeah.
So it's standing up.
I'd
like
like
to,
to ask if they have any food in the fridge. Because I'm kind of hungry, and I'd have advantage on a social check, so...
Yeah, you do. But you don't really need it. She offers you all into. She goes, if you have anyone else with you, we'll fix lunch.
Let us go shopping, and we will gladly stop back by and pick up our friend after lunch.
Perfect. And
Yeah, and I'm gonna
do my stupid bow.
Okay.
Take off.
All right.
I'm gonna walk up to the gentleman, and I'm gonna say, Walter, funny. I've got a monkey friend with the same name. What'll you give me for this keg of fine ale?
He looks at you. Actually, roll persuasion. No, let's just a general charisma check. No,
what?
It's a general charisma check, and it's just a straight roll because you can be charismatic
Okay.
whenever you're drunk.
That's a 14. Straight.
So he looks at you, and he looks down at the barrel, and he looks back at you and goes, "It looks a little lighter. Did you partake?"
Oh, I had to check the quality before I brought it to a customer. Would you like to try?
Of course I would. And he motions for Janice and says, "Can you bring us a few pints?" Empty, of course. And she just smiles and nods and comes back very, very quickly with 3 empty pint glasses. And hands one to you.
And
Hands one to Wilter. And she goes, "Do you mind?"
I'm gonna motion that we all take one, and I'm gonna say, we all dip the same time. No tricks here.
Okay. They look at you, and I said, "On the count of 3."
Un, deux, trois.
Un, deux, trois.
And then we all dip.
All right. and then
Roll another
I'm gonna say
Constitution
now.
saving throw.
Well, I haven't drank it yet.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
say
okay.
now to really sip fine ale. It is not fine wine. You do not smell and taste. You have to down the entire pint in a single gulp. And that is how you get the real quality of a true fine ale.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yep. Because now you're trying to convince them.
That was another 20.
Oh, damn.
Both times I got snaked. 12 with 3 for 15. Or wait, persuasion. No, that's a straight 12.
Straight 12? Okay.
Yep.
The male wilter, couldn't think of his name for a second, says, "Oh, like the university days." But she kind of just looks at the glass and looks at you. She goes, "I prefer my ale nice and smooth." And then she just slowly takes a sip. But Wilter,
Yeah,
however, just bombs that shit. Let's see what he rolls for a performance.
Yeah, Bjork's going to look at him and be like, "Fuck yeah, Walter," and I'm going to slam my shit too.
He rolled a 17 for performance on it, so he's able to just like not even you don't even see his Adam's apple moving. Like it's just straight piping straight to the gut.
I
and
wish I had that talent. I've tried so many times, and
I know,
every
dude.
time I try.
He slams his pint down. He goes, "Whew, that's some good stuff."
Bjork,
is like challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll
No,
a performance, Bjork.
I see him do this, right?
Oh yeah, you definitely do.
As I'm getting ready to chug mine.
Yep. So roll a performance with disadvantage because you
No,
are.
no, I'm going to look
very
at him.
drunk.
I'm going to say, Sir, do you have a bowl?
Of course. Janice takes her pint with her, taking small sips along the way, and comes back with a salad bowl.
Okay. Salad bowl, I would assume wooden, correct?
Yeah, and it's I would say a good 12 inches in diameter.
All right, I'm going to hand her 2 gold pieces,
Okay.
and I'm going to take one of my daggers, and I'm going to quickly, kind of a hand twist motion, chisel out a small circle in the bottom.
Okay. Roll a performance check for that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This would actually be a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Okay. Straight dex. That's an 18 and a 14 with 2 for 16.
You do fairly well, and though the knife slips a couple times and you nearly miss your fingers, you do successfully create a hole.
And I'm gonna ask him too. I'm gonna say, "Do you guys have a small vase?"
She looks around. She thinks for a second. She goes, maybe. I'll be right back." And a couple minutes pass by, and you hear her kind of like some just random like storage noises trying to find something. And she comes out with
something tubular.
Um,
Tubular is what I'm looking for.
She comes out with a vase that has, it's a standard small stem or a thin stemmed vase with a circular ball sack, basically.
Okay. I'm gonna hand her 2 more gold coins.
She gladly takes it and pockets it.
And what would you say this one's made of?
This would be, it appears to be glass, but you couldn't tell if it was crystal.
I'm gonna take the big end and hit it on the ground. To break it, to crack it, but maybe not to like shatter the whole thing, just enough to
Right.
break the bottom.
Okay, yeah. You would need to do a dexterity check on this just to make sure. I guess Maybe it would be a strength check to see if you smash it.
Roll
low.
I would think dexterity, strength,
Whichever.
because I'm trying to hit it.
finesse,
I'm trying
so
to hit
it's
it
not smashing
enough
the
to
whole
not break
Yeah.
the whole thing. Which my dexterity is actually less than my strength, so I'm going to do dexterity.
That works.
That is a 13 with 2 for 15.
With disadvantage?
Oh, fuck you. 12 with 2 for 14.
I would say that's actually still pretty good. Yeah, you're able to successfully do that.
All right, so I break the bottom out of this little thin stem flower vase. I've got a hole in the bowl. I'm going to hand. I'm going to look up and I'm going to say, Walter, I need you to hold my pint.
He holds it.
And Bjork, I'm going to go over. I'm assuming they have like a dining table or something.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's definitely.
I'm going to go to the
set.
dining table and I'm going to lean over it. So I'm upside down, but I'm not really holding myself up. I'm going to jam the thin stem of this vase in my asshole.
Okay, this is not what I thought.
I'm gonna hold the salad bowl to the top of this broken vase, and I'm gonna tell him to pour it in.
Yep, you got to do this one, Brandon. Roll it.
As I'm seeing him do this,
No, you
I'm
guys
gonna
aren't
yell,
there.
"Butt chug!"
You guys are not
We're
here.
already gone.
Uh,
He's inside the house.
He's
with
inside
them.
the house
Bjork
alone.
went back to his college days.
Bjork, the man drops the pint. When you drop your drawers and shove the vase into your ass, and the pint shatters, and he looks at Janice in horror, and she's looking back just as much in horror. And Janice runs to the front door and starts yelling, "Sir!
Bjork, I'm just sitting here, kind of bent over, vase and ass, bowl to vase, like, come on, man.
Roll a perception, Chaka.
22. That's what I rolled.
Okay,
As
yep.
soon as
Sigma
she
Beta High.
You do hear the lady Janice yelling because she didn't get your name. So
I'm gonna roll a D100 to see how far from the house we made it.
yep, please do.
53 feet.
Okay.
Wow. Already?
Last
gonna
time
turn
Taco
around
paid
and
for a
go back.
babysitter.
She keeps the door open. She goes, I don't know what just fuck happened. And you see Bjork pants down, holding a salad bowl and a vase sticking out of his ass.
Do I see Traka as my head's under the table? Do I see him walk back to the door?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage because you're not really paying attention.
That is an 8 with 3 for 11.
No, I don't think you would.
I'm just going to yell out, is anybody going to hit me, or?
I think Traka would faint at this point. Just off the porch.
Dragoon walks in.
Just
Crap,
utterly
what?
shocked. Like, I can't even. Like, what?
Yeah, Dragoon. What do you
Alex,
do?
you're muted.
Bjork, I'm still just waiting on
As
fucking-
Malak walks,
on Walter
as-
to...
go ahead.
Walter's like shaking me, trying to wake me up.
Yeah.
No,
So
I'm waiting
hold
on Walter to fill my bowl here.
Hold on.
As
Dragoon was saying something at the very beginning.
hmm
As I walk in and see this, I just kind of stand there and kind of just go like this. Turn around, look at Traka knocked out. Look at the two and horrify and just go, can't even make it 60 feet.
as Malak's walking in, I just want to look at Bjork and be like, the good old butt chug.
All right.
So I'm guessing Malak's
Bjork,
the one that's
I'm
gonna hit.
assuming since he walked in and I heard this, I'm like, Malak, it's been a minute, man. It's really starting to hurt.
And it has. It's been about a minute. Um,
Can he take piercing damage?
I want you to roll a Constitution check with disadvantage to see if you can hold the vase in.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
You're the only one with a vase in you.
Why is it
swear
a
to God, if-
disadvantage?
Because
you're
you're
Do
drunk.
you know the
Upside
shit
down,
that
and
I've
you have
been
a vase
through?
in your ass.
Do you know the shit that I've been through?
We do. Steven told us.
All right.
Nobody knows.
What am I rolling at
Motherfucker.
disadvantage? That's a 13.
Constitution.
You said Constitution straight 16.
Yeah, you're able to keep the makeshift pipe in. Malak, and you see him, and he's like, "Hit me, man!
Yeah.
It's been a minute."
As I'm straight upside down now, I just hold both hands out. I'm like, look, Malak, no hands.
I think everybody else faints at this point. Or Dragoon blows chunks.
Yep.
Turns
Bjork's
around.
sitting here like an upside down cherub bird fountain.
T-pose.
The woman, Janice, kind like wavers a bit, and Dragoon, you're able to see her waver as she turns her head and she's watching this, and she does like reach out to her for the sofa. I was like, oh, what is happening? And Wilter is like, oh my god, and runs over to her and it's like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Are you gonna take him?
Is somebody gonna wake me up?
That's what I wanted to do originally, was turn around,
Coins.
walk out, and
Not letting me wake up.
let Traka and smack Traka to wake up. Like, come on, this is your problem.
All right,
Come on.
Malak, are you wanting to pour a pint down?
No, I'm just gonna be sitting there fucking chuckling like a madman.
Oh, what a dick.
Create water.
Give him an enema.
Yeah.
No, don't take advice from a guy that's passed out on the doorstep. This is a party, bro.
That's a 13 for perception, so I'm fuzzy.
Yeah.
I hit my head on the way down.
You look around and you hit pretty hard when you passed out. It takes a little bit of time, but Bjork is still just ass over out, vase stuck in, asking for a hit. What do you do?
I'm gonna look
gonna
at
take-
Traka.
Janice's beer from her. Hey, I apologize for this. Kind of do a little sleight of hand, a card trick, and slip her a platinum as I'm taking the beer.
Okay, yeah.
Kind
God
of nod,
damn.
and I'm just going to pour the beer down there. And with my other hand, I'm going to take Wilter's, and I'm going to pour that one down there, too.
Wilters did shatter on the ground.
Yeah, he dropped his.
I thought
But-
that was Bjork's that he dropped.
Nope. Oh, that's right.
It
Yeah,
was.
it was
He's
mine.
holding two, so there should still be 2 beers.
Yeah,
there
you
was
didn't
two.
say anything about. No, he drank his
He drank
before
his.
this started.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to take
The barrel's
Miss
still there.
Janice's, and I don't want to kill the guy.
No, I mean like dipping the empty pints in.
He said you can
yeah,
pour the
I'll
whole
just-
fucking barrel in.
Pour another one in.
All right. So, Bjork, you finally feel the rush of liquid pass through the vase's exit and into your glory hole.
My colon.
Can I ask Miss Janice if she has a broomstick and an extra large sheet?
She says,
What
in the closet.
fuck are you doing?
In the closet.
You're about to be shit-faced and you're not going to walk, so I'm going to make a hammock so we can fucking carry you.
I
Yeah,
didn't know it
and
was that kind of party.
with that,
You
Bjork,
just butt chug fucking 3 pints.
you look around and you're like, hell yeah. And then you promptly pass out.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as that's done, I'd quickly pull the shit out and probably just fall over sideways.
I
on
don't
the
even
floor.
think you would have had time to pull the shit out.
That's
I was-
fine.
Yeah.
I was
But-
just-
Pants down. I'm gonna fall off the table.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Miss Janice if she had a cup of coffee I could pour in there.
She does not. It is the middle of the day.
Hot cup, because we don't have iced at this time period.
Well, it could have been left out.
No, she does
I'm
not.
gonna apologize to Miss Janice and say I hope that I've covered you. It's really important. Nobody ever knows about this. This isn't the worst thing he's ever done.
Oh,
I'm gonna look
So
It's close. It's close.
we'll be on our way. Did you have that broomstick and the sheet?
she points towards the closet. She goes in there.
Thank you. I'm gonna tie it up, lay the sheet out, roll Bjork in, tie the corners
Oh, no.
to the broomstick, and me and Malak or whoever can carry him.
I'll help carry.
I will.
All right.
I'd say at 280 pounds, it's probably going to take at least a couple people. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Wilter he can keep the barrel.
You
Can you keep the bus?
you see his face, and it's almost green. And he looks at the barrel. He goes, "I
I
think
can
I'm done
carry you
drinking."
by myself. I don't even need help with the stick and the hammock.
Yeah, he could just
These guys
show
have
up fire
never-
and carry you.
Just
These
wrap
guys
him
have
in the
never
sheet.
listened to AC/DC before.
Got him like the runaway, he's just in the bag on the end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. With that,
Bjork's just kind of humming. Bjork's just kind of humming Beastie Boys as they're carrying me out.
yeah, pretty much. And drooling drastically.
Yeah.
So with that, you all, with Bjork in tow, head towards
Duly
the
note
blacksmith.
that your pants are still down while you are in the sheet.
Skinny vase is still inserted unless somebody actually took the.
I would
decency
assume
to take
someone
it
took
out.
it out.
Face, but I didn't pull your pants.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
So you guys head to the blacksmith?
Yes, please.
All right. So go ahead. You guys head over to blacksmith. You're able to actually follow the a couple of guys that were just carrying what looked like blacksmithing tools. And you go up to a blacksmith, and you see a very thin-built elf, very wiry. It does not look like he could pick up a hammer, let alone build something with it. But you see him grab this giant fucking hammer and just start pounding away on a short sword that he's working on. It's a very odd image. What do you do?
Would like to ask what his inventory is. If he has anything, maybe magic or with a little bit extra, like a poleaxe or something with a little range.
He puts the sword down into the water, the cooling pool, and he looks it over. He goes, "I think I might have something in the back. Give me just a second." And he heads back. And he comes forward, and it is a standard halberd. He says, "It's nothing special, but it's 25 gold."
Do you have any leather armor?
I don't really do the leather work here. I do provide the studs for the leather worker. A very close friend of mine. He's actually just 2 shops down. He can definitely help you out with those armors. I can make plate mail and chain mail as well.
Is your plate mail quieter than scale mail?
No, it is very clunky. And you would know if you had plate mail, you would have a disadvantage. What's sneak?
Where are we right now?
Have the scale mail.
Blacksmith.
So I'm at the blacksmith.
Cool.
Trying to
Can
get rid of the
I
noise.
special order like metal tips for my claws?
Yeah. I would. Let me think about that one for a second, because I'd have to figure out how it would work.
Okay, well, you just want to send me a list of other weapons that are available, and I'll look through them and send it in chat what I want.
Yep,
You
will
can
do.
have your maul back if you want.
Thank you. I would want. Thank you.
Awesome. So yeah, he kind of points you down, and he says, chainmail, scale mail, scale mail and plate aren't really the quietest. People probably hear you as you're walking through.
Do you make any shields? I have this pretty fancy sentinel shield. I might be looking for something a little better. Do you have it?
He looks around and he says, if you're looking for something that big, not here. You probably need to talk to a shield smith. But if you're looking for like a buckler size, I could probably make something with that.
Well, what else do you have? I like your halberd. I might take that.
He looks around and you see a lot of like pretty much all types of swords. You see some that are made for like rapiers. You see scimitars. You do see a double-edged scimitar, which is pretty nice. You see a lot of short swords. They're in abundance, as well as long swords.
Would he have any nunchucks?
He looks at you and says, I've not heard that term before.
I'm going to describe it to him. Basically, you make a little metal round pole, about 10 inches long.
Okay.
You cap it, connect it to an identical one with a chain, and then I can smack fools with them.
He says, I could definitely custom make that for you. I don't have any in stock.
What would it cost for you to make that for me? A pair of them.
Are they hollow? Are the rods hollow, or are they filled?
They are solid. They need to hurt.
Solid. And he says, how long would the chain be?
Say about 3.5 links, maybe 4.
Okay. Are you looking for a smaller build of chain so it's more free moving, or are you looking for like a stiffer, heavier chain?
I actually just had a thought. Here's 25 gold. I'm going to pull the top off of the halberd, set it down.
Okay.
And I'm going to break it into 3 pieces and say, make it like this, but connect all 3 of them with a chain.
So
that way I can hold the center, I can hold each end, and I can buy myself room to have range around me.
Okay. So how
be
would
like
this...
a chain staff.
It locks together, and then you unlock it, and the chain holds it together.
And he can actually sharpen both ends, so you can use it like a striking staff.
So you give the order over to the blacksmith. Anthony, we'll have to talk about that over this next week, or until we play again, to figure out the logistics behind it, like the damage and stuff. And he says, well, if I need to custom work some links,
I just set 20 gold on the table.
20 extra gold?
Yeah, I already paid for the halberd.
Yeah,
since
okay,
I broke
just
it.
making sure. He looks at it and goes, that should cover it. And
okay. Let me know if you need anything else. Name's Trachamash, captain of the 501st.
Trachamash, captain of the 501st. Got it. And he scribbles down some notes. He goes, here, bring this back in case I'm not here. One of my assistants is come back tomorrow. I'll have this done for you.
Okay, can you send me in the direction of the shieldsmith as well?
Yeah, he kind of points across the way, and you see a lot of shields just sitting out there already.
I would also like to ask him if he knows where a druid shop is, because I know Malak's looking for one.
Yeah, he gives you the directions for one of those as well.
Thank you. I'm going to bow and fuck off.
All right. Awesome.
Before Traka fucks off, I want to try and see if I can get a platinum piece off of him.
If he can beat me at arm wrestling.
I want to foot wrestle Traka for 10.
If I lose, you mind if I get... Well, really, the platinum piece is per borrow. I'll pay it back with interest. How about that?
Okay.
Man of business.
Nope, I want to leg wrestle for 10 pieces.
interest. It's just like a credit card. Come on.
Don't rob my ass like that.
It's like I'm still here.
24.98.
All right.
Fate wants to leg wrestle for 10 platinum.
I'll loan you a platinum, but you have to pay me back 125 gold.
Deal.
All right.
I'll take that.
Plus a platinum.
Can you hear me?
Mark it up. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, no one was responding, so I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, so Sharkbait, I am trying to get a list that I can just kind of like copy paste over. But actually, let's go ahead and go on break. Sharkbait, I'll just read this to you, and we can get it done during the break. Sound good?
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right, so we will be right back. All right, we
Like, I
are
won't
back.
forget you, Walter.
So, someone brought up a very good point. Dragoon, how's your owl?
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
As far as you know.
Yeah, Dragoon left him on the cart, so we will see what happens when the time comes. All right, Sharkbait, he looks at you and he looks over at your talons and he says, I think we'll be able to cap those pretty easily. Maybe we can even do something a little fancy with them. Put some stars on them, make some have stripes. I think I can do this pretty well. It'll cost about 75 gold, though, because this is pretty custom.
I have no idea what I have.
I do not.
I'd toss him a platinum for it.
I did ask to leg wrestle Traka for 10 platinum.
Remember, Bjork's
Like 10
passed
times.
out.
Yeah. Sharkbait, he looks at Traka as he tosses a platinum piece. He goes, oh, no worries. Your friend just covered it.
Fuck.
And he starts making measurements of your talons, and you're kind of just having to like hold one foot awkwardly up, and then he switches feet, and you're seeing him like draw out or sketch out these nice, actually little longer and sharper talons than what you currently have. And he goes, yes. This should be nice. This should be done very nicely. I'll get started on this tonight, and this should be done by the time his broken staff is done.
Out of character. This is this is going to quickly turn into those people who hit the lotto
Yeah,
stories.
yeah. I'm excited.
Thank you, Traka. Thank you, Blacksmith.
He nods and goes, any more projects?
May I suggest a metal net with like spikes for Traka?
I'll trade you this scale mail if you can make that net.
He looks at you and goes, done, but I'm getting quite a few orders here, so we may have to push a few
Take your
days.
time. Make them work. We got time.
He nods, like very.
Take your time on the net. That's
Speedy.
probably going to be the hardest, but we'd like
So-
the weapons tomorrow-ish if you can.
So Traka, send me a DM about the net, like how it wants to be, so we can figure out like damage and stuff on it.
And I think Dragoon had something.
Yep, and Dragoon.
So I walk up to him and say, can you make a custom hilt that's strong but false and can release something with a button?
Strong, but what?
False. So I can like put something in it.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, yes, I think I can make a holder of sorts with a trigger mechanism. I'll need to bring in some engineers for that, but your buddy's already paid for it. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Five vials?
I'm correct in saying a platinum is 100 gold, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, then.
But a platinum is very rare. So sometimes a platinum is worth more than what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
And Bjork from the bag, I'm just like, yeah.
The blacksmith
I'm gonna
looks at
elbow him
you,
and, Shut up.
looks at you all, and he goes, I didn't hear anything.
Smart man. Smart.
And then
Flick him a gold coin and be like, good job.
he happily pockets it. And then
Does he
Malak.
pompously laugh at it.
And Malak, did you have anything else you wanted?
I want to ask him if he knows of like a mechanist.
Define what you want to.
So somebody who can make like intricate yet sturdy metal apparatuses.
A machinist?
I would say that would be an artificer.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask him if he knows of any artificers.
He does, and he gives you the directions towards one.
Okay, and
Hey.
then out of. Go ahead, Drake.
No, go ahead. Mine's not important.
I would like to add a character real quick. I'm gonna message you here in just a minute, Brandon.
Okay.
For the reason for the artificer.
Okay.
And it's gonna have something to do with from when I was in jail.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds
All right. If I buy the craftsman kit for the mimic shit, could I start making my own dagger handles?
So you would need to become proficient in
Yeah, I would like to practice
wood
and
marking.
take my time on it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and in time, yes, you could definitely do that.
Can I
Awesome.
ask
I
him
want,
if he?
I want those kits then.
Okay. So we'll go to a woodworker for your little pieces and talk to him about it.
Awesome, thank you.
Can I ask him if he has chainmail?
He would definitely have chainmail, yes, and it would be
Can I
on
buy
stock.
a piece?
Yeah.
Do what?
It would be in stock.
I would like chainmail. That doesn't add the disadvantage, does it?
It is heavy armor, so I think you get disadvantage still.
Says made of interlocking metal rings. Chainmail includes a layer of quilted fabric worn underneath the mail to prevent chafing and to cushion. That is
Stealth
not the same as
disadvantage.
chain shirt then.
Correct.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll just still take the chainmail.
Okay. It is 75 gold.
Okay. Nope, I don't want that. Never mind.
You don't want it?
Nope.
Okay.
Gives me disadvantage on my sleight of hand.
Yeah.
That's on top of the platinum?
Yeah, that because you've kind of exceeded. The platinum is for the
Okay.
custom pieces. Anything
Alright.
in shop he has to charge.
Gotcha.
What is cast? Go ahead. I'm just trying to read stuff.
Okay. Did anyone else have anything for the blacksmith? We can always revisit the blacksmith again, or just say like really quickly, I went to the blacksmith and bought something, because you have to come back anyways too. With that, Malak, Traka's still talking to the blacksmith. You can head towards the druid shop. So go ahead and you go that way. Is anyone going with Malak?
Yeah, I'll go just for kicks.
Cool. So you guys go. Bjork, you're still laying on the floor as Straka's talking to the blacksmith. Same with Sharkbait. And then probably by the time they get back from the druid shop, Bjork, you would probably start rousing a little bit. And I'll have you do a roll to see if you wake up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's iron that supernatural creatures are weak against, right?
Yes.
Yes? I want my talons made out of that.
Okay.
And silver.
It can't be both. Well, I guess it
It
technically
can
could.
if it's alternate.
Yeah,
one of each.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. You could have one that's iron, one that's silver, one that's iron, one that's silver. Yeah, I'll allow it.
I feel like with a platinum coin, that should be okay.
I just wanna
Actually,
be able to take down
adding
some
the
creatures.
silver would probably actually break past the platinum piece, just because
It is
smelting the
silver.
silver and stuff. So I would say you wouldn't need an additional 20 gold for the alternating silver iron, silver iron.
Okay, if I have that, go ahead. I can't see mine.
Remember, Bjork's passed out in the bag, so
And I haven't been able to add anything the past like 3 weeks.
Hope you know what you've been getting. 'Cause I don't remember.
I have no idea.
We'll make sure it gets paid, and
Yep.
somehow. So, Malak, you and Dragoon head over to the druid shop, and it is you walk in and it is very aromatic. There are different spices being smoked and filling the air, and when you walk in, you feel a sense of peace come over you. Having these familiar smells bring you back to your upbringing, and your transformation into becoming a druid yourself. And there is a turtle behind the shelf or behind the counter, and she looks at you and she gives a big smile. She goes, "Oh, another turtle! How nice! We don't see many of us."
I'd like to kind of bow and introduce myself. I'm Malak, the traveling turtle druid.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I haven't seen very many of my kind in a really long time.
Yeah, we don't really see many wandering anymore. They like to stick close to home, but you have some of us wanderers who just cannot stay home. I too am a druid, hence the druid shop. So we are very much alike, Malak. My name is Mildred.
Give me 1 second. I'm sending you the rest of the DM because it pertains to the shop.
Okay. Um,
I'm gonna go with a chain shirt
okay.
from a blacksmith. It is 50 gold. I will knock that off my.
Perfect. Yeah. 50 gold. Exactly. You have a chain shirt. Alex, let's see. Alex, or I'm sorry, Malak, you walk up to the counter and she says, What happened to your arm?"
I don't want to. How do I put it? I kind of look at her and not really realizing what she's talking about because I don't have much for like knowledge or awareness of my limbs. For pain, I'm more concerned about my torso and my head. And I kind of look over and see it's gone from the normal kind of dark green that my skin is, and kind of looking at it, and it's turning purple. And then I'm going to kind of
Did we
flash
have
back in my
noticed
mind.
this?
Didn't
I'm
we?
gonna-
Didn't we discuss before you had a clay pot? Was it a clay pot armband?
No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
It was like episode 2 or 3.
No, he made clay pots.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you made them into like a clay pot armband or a waistband
I don't think
because
so.
you were trying
No.
to carry something on you that was growing.
We decided to keep the plants in pots
In the
in
pots.
the caravan.
Okay, all right. You said arm, and I remember.
Yeah,
that.
no, I got you. And I kind of think back and realize that when I got knocked the fuck out in jail, that I twisted when I went down, and my shell must have crushed my arm.
Going back to what you were asking, Anthony, if you would have noticed this, this was just sprung on me, so I don't know. I'm just going to say no, just because this is what he wants to do with the story.
Okay.
So he may have been just trying to hide it, or just a lot of shenanigans have been happening, and a lot of things happened all around. So,
Okay.
the Mildred looks looks around you, and she goes, "That doesn't look good."
I'm going to ask her what she recommends because I'm not an inexperienced druid. I'm just a pretty new druid, so I'd like to ask her what she would recommend.
You definitely need to go to a doctor. This is more than magic can take care of. It's gone way past the normal healing abilities.
And I would also, before I leave, would like to see if she has any animal figurines, the ones that like summon or turn into living creatures for like an hour or so at a time.
She shows you like a little chessboard, and she said there's quite a few pieces missing, but there are a couple left. She goes, "These, when activated, will become the animal that is shown as the chess piece for not very long, only an hour at a time, but it is reusable once a day. They are quite pricey, though."
So I'd like to kind of scan the board and see if she has any turtles.
She does have one turtle. It is kind of standing up on its back 2 feet. If the turtles could stand up on their back 2 feet normally, but he's kind of rearing up, and it looks, or it's in the placement of the rook.
So I'd like to ask her about it, and I'd like to start off by asking if it's a reusable one.
All of them can be used once a day. They
Okay.
reset at dawn. And yes, this is a turtle. It is only it turns into one about the size of your hand.
Okay, so I'd like to kind of get a little bit, like, have excitement spring up on my face, but I don't want it to be, like, super visible. And then I'd like to ask her how much.
Roll a... If you're trying to hide the excitement, roll a performance.
Okay.
I picture his the creases of his mouth typically go all the way back to his ear.
Right.
So there's not much of a smile,
Turtle smile.
Yeah.
That would be a 15 plus 2 for 17.
Okay. Let's see if she notices.
Another turtle should be able to notice my smile, though.
Nope, she does not notice. That is a 6.
What a mighty grin you have there.
She looks at you. She goes, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. It is 300 gold.
It's how much?
300 gold.
Oh, man.
Magic is
I'd
cheap.
like...
He said, how much?
If you have to
I'd
ask
like
twice,
to ask her...
it's too much.
I'd like to ask her if there's any way she could hold on to the turtle one for me, and I'll give her like a 50 gold deposit.
She looks at you and she goes, "Of course we have layaway. You could have just asked." And she pulls out a book, and it is filled to the brim of just names. She's just flipping through. She goes, "You said your name was Malak. How many L's? How many A's?"
So I'd like to go ahead and spell it out.
Okay.
7 and 4.
So it's Maalaak.
She's like, "Okay." And she's the first to do.
I was close.
No Malak's here. You're good to go. How much are you depositing?
50 gold.
50 gold. So you owe 250 gold. I will mark this as layaway. And she picks it up and she kind of she goes, "Would you like to test it first?"
I would.
And she hands it to you and she goes, "All you have to do is stroke the side or the back of his shell, and he will slowly transform into the turtle for an hour."
So I'd like to go ahead, do exactly what she told me to do, just a little stroke on the back of the turtle shell.
And he it's interesting in the way it shifts, because as your finger touches his tail, or from the head to the tail, he slowly starts to move and kind of falls down to all fours, and it just grows to the size of your palm, and you have a turtle in your hand, and it is just looking around, just all smiles.
Does it speak Aquan?
It does not. It is a turtle.
Okay, the only reason I ask is because I kind of think that's usually a good language, because I'm a turtle.
Yeah, it is technically it's a straight animal, so they don't have a language.
Okay, so
But you can speak with animals.
yeah, I don't have that spell equipped right now,
Ah,
and I have to rest to do that. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to just very gently set the turtle down, and I'd like to give her the turtle back, and look at Dragoon and said, "I think that's actually all I came here for." And then go ahead.
as you hand it back to her, she goes, "See, perfect condition," and she smashes the turtle into the counter, and it shatters. But as she lifts her hands up, it is just a chest piece once again. No scratches on it. And what looked like the shell just shattering just disappears without really a flourish.
I'd like to thank her again. And then I'd like to ask her directions to the nearest doctor.
She gives you the directions to the nearest doctor. And then Bjork, about this time, I would say you're starting to stir a little bit. So go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you can hear and wake up from it.
Okay. No, I don't.
Okay. You get
It's a 5.
you kind of got shift around a little bit, and Traka's trying on his new chain shirt, and you almost hear like a tinkling, and you're like, oh, nice, mommy, and you kind of just snuggle back in, and
Barrick's just like I.
Anthony, you're muted.
Says, I don't want to go to school today, Mommy.
Exactly.
I understand with you.
Yeah.
I.
So with that, do you pick him back up as you leave the blacksmith and head over to the shield master?
Yes.
All right. So you head over to the shield. Dragoon, you and Malak start heading. Well, Malak starts heading to the doctor. What do you do?
Can I ask the druid if she knows where a alchemist shop is?
Yep, and she gives you directions to an alchemist shop.
Sweet.
So you want to head over to the alchemist?
Please.
All right. So, Traka, you're heading over to the shields. Dragoon is going to an alchemist. Bjork is sleeping it off. And Malak is heading to the doctor. So we'll go with Dragoon first, since he's not done a lot of talking today. You go to an alchemist, and when you walk in, there is a lot of aroma in the air, but it is nothing like the druid shop where it was nice and peaceful. In here, it smells almost chemical. You walk up, and you see a plethora of different sizes of flasks and vials and different tubes, and it's just all over, and different ones have bubbling liquids in them. You have your blues and your greens and your purples, and you have some that are a color you don't even have a name for, and they're all just bubbling along the walls high above where no one can reach. And you see a very short goblin behind the desk, and he has goggles on, and they're very dark. You can't see his actual eyes, and being a goblin, they have very wide eyes, so the goggles are very apparent. And you see him like shakily pouring one liquid into a vial of another liquid, looking as if it's going to spill any second. But then his hand steadies perfectly, and without leaving a drop, pours it in. And sets it aside, and he goes, "Oh, well, welcome."
You looked a little shaky there for a minute.
I always have the shakes before I get the takes.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Came in. Do you have any medium-sized alchemy bottles?
Medium sized. Are you looking for the 2-dose, the 3-dose?
3-dose.
3-dose. And he starts rummaging through a few different drawers, and he pulls out 10 of them. He goes, 10 gold apiece.
Alrighty. So I hand him, he's got 10 of them. And then I ask him, as I pull out one of my own vials, and go, would you take 20 off if I gave you 2 of these in trade?
Give you 10 off. That's basically you getting one for free, even though it's 3 doses, you only give me 2.
Alright, I'll take that.
Alright, hands it over.
But I toss him the platinum piece that Traka gave me.
Perfect. So those vials are basically elongated. They cannot be used in battle. They are used for mixing chemicals or solutions.
Mhm. So I gave him 2 of those. 2 or 1, 2. Yeah. I asked him, I mean, like, is there anything you have that would make one of those vials a little bit nastier?
Nastier how?
A little bit more effective, if possible.
Vials of what exactly?
Acid.
Acid as in biological, chemical? And he looks at you and goes, I'm going to
Both.
guess chemical because you don't look like a acid dragon.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, you'd be very surprised nowadays.
Interesting. Well, if you're using a biological acid, it requires a different coating than if it's a chemical acid. So it's very important for me to know which one you need.
Let's say it's biological.
Biological. So you're milking an acid dragon. Awesome. I wish I had one of those whenever I was growing up. Yeah, so I have a few of these. The lining in this makes the acid not lose potency as quickly. It can be used, or it can hold acid for a week without degrading at all.
Ooh. And how many of those do you have?
I have 10 of these as well, because 10 is my take. They are 5 gold apiece.
50. All right. Let me get 5 of them.
He hands you 5 and holds out his hand.
25, right?
Yep.
So I hand him 25 gold.
Yeah, so those vials basically allow you to keep them for keep your acid potent for longer.
Sweet. Oi. Hold on. What were they again? I'm sorry.
They keep your acid potent longer. Right now, after 24 hours, your acid goes impotent.
Said, all right. Well, that's all I about needed. So, thank you for your day. And as I walk away, I go, by the way, that's biological for me in the vials, and walk out the door.
Like his jaw visibly drops. Roll a. Nope. Actually, I'm just gonna roll an insight to see if he believes you. Yeah, he has no doubt that you are telling the truth, and his jaw drops. And he as the door closes, he kind of shakes his head. It's like, that's interesting. But of course, you don't hear this because the door's closed. All right. Bjork, roll another perception check.
I'd rather not, but okay. 18 total.
You do wake up. You are very drunk still, but you are awake.
That's fine. Where?
You are in a sheet. Your pants are still down. And you're kind of like swinging to and fro right now. Like free hammock.
Yeah, I feel like I just am I being carried or am I on the ground?
I think you're being carried on a stick, right? Like
Yep,
hobo
I've
style?
just got you over my shoulder. You're tied up in a bag in that sheet.
Oh,
to
you're
the
walking
stick.
right now?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to try and just wrestle out, not really knowing where I'm at. Try and get out of this cocoon.
All right. Roll a strength check.
Okay.
Or a dexterity, however you want to try to pull this.
I feel like it'd be strength. I'm just trying to, because I don't really know where I am. I just woke up.
Yep. All right, strength check.
That's an 18 with 4 for 22.
Yeah, you bust out of that sheet, and you actually find the stick as you're rummaging around, and you just crack it open. And Chaka, you feel just like the stick just got really light, and you hear a thud behind you as Bjork is fighting his way out of this sheet, right in front of
Yeah,
the
and
I'm
shield
just
shop.
gonna watch and see how long it takes him.
Okay, actually, that's a good
as
point.
as I break free, I'd like to stand up and put my arms on my hips like a superhero because I just got out of this cocoon.
Roll a performance.
Okay. Ooh. 16 flat.
Yeah, you land that fucking shit, man. You're just like da 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 da.
Yeah. My pants are still down around
Yeah.
my ankles.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, bro, it's a little drafty. Or...
I'm
It
just
is.
going to
just
look down
cold.
and
You do get a few looks, but it's probably not the weirdest thing they've seen today from random
Yeah,
passerby.
Is that
I'm gonna-
vase still sticking out of his ass?
No, I'd
No,
say
I took it out.
yeah. He took it out at the very beginning, but his pants are still definitely down.
my bro's got my back.
All right.
Or, yeah.
Nobody?
your backside, I
Nobody?
guess.
That was funny. My backside. All right.
Yeah, I got it.
So I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna be like, Traka, where are we heading?
I'm getting a new shield. We just left the blacksmith.
Oh, you need a shield?
I might get a new one if they got something better than what I have.
Have you seen a Soldiers Guild?
No, I didn't know that was a thing. But I guess there's a guild for everything, so I have not seen one.
I'd like to look around.
Are you
I'm looking
I
for a
think we should go
guard.
to a soldiers guild, Bjork.
Looking for a guard anywhere near.
There's definitely like just random walking guards around.
I'd like to walk up to one of them and say, "Excuse me, sir. Who is your superior?"
That would be the captain.
Yes, I realize that, but is it Captain Jem?
I don't know a Captain Jim.
Do you know a Jem?
No.
Well, then obviously he's not your captain. Good day, sir.
And he kind of just nods and just keeps walking.
I'd like to walk up to the next guard.
Okay. Go on.
Excuse me, sir. Good day. Sorry to bother you, but I would like to speak to your superior.
Okay. Find a captain. And he keeps walking.
I don't think you understand, sir.
He stops and turns around.
I need to speak to your superior now.
Then go
He's being
find
a Dungeons
the
and
captain.
Dragons Karen.
He's usually at the captain station.
Yeah, I get that. Where is the captain's station?
He says, well, if you would have asked that to begin with, I could have given you directions much quicker. And he gives you the directions.
The directions being...
Just directions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just, you would just know the path.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna say, Traka, hey, follow me. We're gonna get you a shield.
Huh?
Shield.
What's your plan?
Shield.
Yeah,
Shield. Follow.
shield. Okay.
Shield. This way. Come on. This way. Shield.
Okay. Skeptical. For what I just witnessed.
No, guard gave me directions. He said a shield was this way.
You do remember who we are, right?
Yeah, he said free shields over this way, over yonder, that way.
Roll a
Free shields.
deception with disadvantage because you are very drunk. And then Traka, roll an insight.
Count of 3, Brandon. Whenever he's ready.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
13.
17.
You believe him.
Okay, let's go fucking find some shields.
I'm sorry.
And
Character,
Traka,
I'm sorry.
you're very confused because you're in front of a shield shop, but the guard seemingly says that the shields are somewhere else.
Yeah. They're over this way.
Knowing Bjork is going to go that way regardless, you almost feel obligated to make sure he doesn't get himself into more trouble.
I'd grab a handful of platinum and just have it ready.
Okay. Bjork, you head towards the captain's station. It takes you a little while because you get mixed up a few times, but eventually you do show. So during that time, Malak, you go to the doctor, and you walk in, and it's a very clean office area. It is built into a just a row of shops. There is a very pretty elven lady sitting at the kind of like a front desk area. She goes, "Can I help you?"
One of your guards told us there were free shields here. So.
Oh no, this is the doctor for Malak.
Yeah, this is Malak.
So I'd like to show that, like, I want to just as deadly as seriously as possible just point at my arm.
She says,
Fuck, man.
Oh my. Oh, what did you do?"
So I'm going to explain it to him. The whole situation, how I think I broke my arm in jail. And then I'm going to be like, what we got to do here, Doc?
Well, I can definitely fix this. And it'll be useful. It'll let you do things. Or you can talk to an artificer who can maybe make better use of what's left of your arm.
So I'm gonna just very bluntly kind of look at him and say, "So are you saying I should get it amputated?"
No, I can definitely set it, but it'll take longer to heal if I do it that way. It all depends on what you want to do.
So I'm gonna ask him how close I am to the artificer.
They are actually right next door to each other.
So I'm going to be like, "Thank you, sir. Good day, sir." And then I'm going to walk over to the artificer.
All right. You walk in, and there's a guy who's kind of just tinkering on some things. Different, like just to you, it just looks like a wooden box, but it's very intricate. And he's just kind of tinkering away at it. And he looks up and says, "Welcome. What can I help you with?"
I want to point at my arm and say the doc sent me over to you, said you might be able to make more use of this than he could.
And he looks it over and goes, "Well, I'm no doctor, but if he sent you over, he may be thinking about amputation. I can build an arm that is semi-functional, but it is costly." I think
I'm going to ask him how much this would cost.
For an arm, special order, because you're a turtle, it's not an average arm. It has to be retractable to go into your shell. You're looking at about 15,000 gold.
I think he was choking.
I most definitely was choking a little bit. Wow.
It's only 15,000, dude. Traka's got like fucking.
Other shit just laying around.
Traka's got fucking
150
bags,
platinum.
dude.
I ain't got
See
that.
if we can do a mission for him to pay it off.
Yeah, I want to ask him if there's any way that we can make this price a little lower.
No. This
Bjork, I
involves.
didn't see him walk in, did I?
No.
As we were walking to. Okay.
He's
All
far
right,
away
never
from you
mind.
guys. He looks at you, Malaki said, "This will take months of work and some really rare supplies, because this is very rare magic I have to get a hold of to bind together this arm that works like a normal arm."
So I'm going to ask if in the meantime he can amputate my one arm off and tell him that I'll get this all figured out financially.
You would need to talk to the doctor. I don't cut people open.
I
So I'm gonna
picture
be
at
like,
this
"Thank you,
point
sir.
his
Good
arm.
day, sir."
Do what?
I picture at this point his arms just kind of like dangling, just kind of hanging.
No, the way I'm imagining it, it was broken. It's not been a long time, but it's like a almost a compound fracture, and it's caused a lot of like major muscle issue or tissue issues.
Okay, I thought you were picturing just kind of like hanging off.
Mm-mm.
Out of
Okay,
character,
all right.
Brandon, I am very sorry for just kind of dropping that on you.
Yeah, so with that, I mean that price is probably accurate because it's a lot of fucking work.
So
And
I'm going to try working it out with him before I actually leave to get a very finely done one, but to ask him if in the meantime he'd have something I could kind of like stick in the socket.
I would say that he has nothing like that. You can't. He doesn't have random shit laying around that you can stick in an arm.
Just give him a stick.
The doctor, when you go back to him, is definitely not going to cut off your arm if you don't have a replacement.
Damn.
He will cast it up and wish you farewell.
Oh man. So morbid idea. Tronka, what kind of weapons you got on you right now?
I'm going to tell you as a DM, that's a stupid decision.
He's not with you right now.
Yeah, and Traka's not with you anyways.
I know, I'm just getting harebrained ideas.
Yeah, I will tell you as a DM, that is not
He's
a good idea.
He's freaking out with a broken arm.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to keep it. To a turtle, a broken arm means almost certain death out in the wilds.
No, it doesn't. That's for a turtle, not a turtle.
In my eyes, it does.
Well, regardless, chopping off an arm is a serious issue.
Fuck. Okay, so I guess for right now, I'm just going to see if the doc can temporarily set it.
There's a high chance that you would die from me cutting your arm off.
Exactly.
Yeah, he just saved you like 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm going to go get it set temporarily until we can make this happen.
Okay, and he sets it very well. There is no bending at this point, so all of your attacks with any two-handed weapons is going to be a disadvantage. If you're holding anything, you cannot cast any somatic spells until you put whatever you're holding is down.
Okay.
Get done fucked up, Ron.
This was his choice. It wasn't mine.
This is true.
With that, he tells you in about a week or so, you'll probably be getting back to normal with that arm. Just to take it easy.
Okay.
And then he hands you a bill for 30 gold.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him that 30 gold.
All right. And he pockets it. And what do you want to do?
Well, since my arm's broken, I'm gonna go try finding everybody else.
All right. So you head back over to where you saw everybody. Traka and Bjork, you make your way to the captain's station. Belligerently drunk, one of you. You happen upon it after quite a while of trying to find it. What do? You're standing in front of it.
I'm gonna knock on
Standing-
the door.
Yep.
All right. Someone opens the door, and he says, "You know, you could have just walked in, right?"
Just here for the free shield.
Bjork's gonna look up, and I'm gonna say, hey, bud. If you saw what he did to the last two doors, knocking on an open door ain't bad.
True. He just nods confusedly. He goes, "What can I help you with?"
Just told
I'm
there's
gonna
free
say-
shields here.
Free
Yeah.
shields.
Bjork's gonna kind of shuffle him off to the side here, and be like, we got orders to report for duty
From who?
from the guy out yonder.
Pendragon. Pendragon over there at the place.
No, it was Francisco told Pendragon that we needed to report to duty at the jail.
So you want to go to jail?
No, we are reporting for duty.
Or the jail?
We are working at the jail, sir.
What exactly?
In
are
case you
reporting to
haven't
duty?
heard, there were a couple guards that were relieved of duty, and Pendragon is seeking replacements. We were sent here simply to get mild armor for our duties.
He looks at you confusedly. Not really knowing what you're trying to get across. Like, he understands what you're saying, but he's never really heard of these orders. So he doesn't really know how to take this.
I'm going to say, listen, I understand you're a peon. You guard the door. I need to speak to the captain.
I am the captain. I open the door.
Oh, hey, Captain Peon. All right, so, listen. Princeton sent us from the jail under orders, sure, of Francisco.
Do you have the paperwork?
I'm going to reach into my backpack and pull out the only sign that I have that says 100 gold protection. And I'm going to hand it to the captain. And I'm going to say, I'm assuming this was a now hiring sign at the entrance to the jail.
Roll deception with disadvantage.
Can I give him a help so we can just have a roll?
Yeah, you know what? A straight roll.
I'm going to go with the first roll. That was a 19 flat for deception.
He looks at you and looks at the sign, and he chuckles for a second. He goes, huh, "Who put you up to this? This is a joke,
Princeton,
right?"
Sir, we've been through this.
This
They're
is a
looking
joke.
for guards at the jail. There were some gentlemen that tried to break out They were mildly convinced to be let go. And he doesn't trust the guards that are working there with him. He's looking for some good, honest men for help. Thus, we are here.
He hands you back the sign, and he says, "Go talk to Princeton. He hires his own workers. This is for the city guard, not the jail guard."
I'm going to say, listen, sir. All we seek is a shield so that we can conduct our duties. And I'm going to pull out my own shield. I'm going to say I provided my own. Princeton said if we don't have guards equipment, we can't seek opportunity.
He looks at you and he says, "Well, we don't give shields out for free. And without the proper orders, I can't induct you into the guard. So grab the correct paperwork, and I'll be more than happy to supply you with the armor you want when you join the guard."
I'm going to turn around to Traka. And I'm going to go, Francisco, would you talk to this gentleman?
Thanks. Names. Yeah, nice to meet you there, Captain. Can we, just satisfy this guy and, just give us the shield and we'll be on our way? I'm gonna kind of palm a gold coin and shake his hand and pull away.
Bjork's going to tap his shield, and I'm going to say, quickly, sir. We've got duty. We've got duty.
Insist that we really didn't mean to be a bother.
He looks at you and looks down at the coin.
My brother here doesn't get out much. I apologize again, Captain.
And he says, "Go to the shield shop and tell him the captain sent you. Maybe there you'll find some shields."
Can you write him a note so he feels official? He's a special one.
He writes a note and it says, "I don't fucking know. ... Captain
And
Richards."
Bjork's going to hold out his hand.
And it is written in common, so it's very easy to read. And he hands it to you.
And Bjork's gonna I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna read it out loud. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna look up, I'm gonna say, well, if I had a head like that, I wouldn't know either. And I'm gonna turn around and just walk out.
Okay.
Francisco, come, son.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Francisco. I'm sorry. We try to keep him inside, but he gets out and he gets excited. We'll do better next time. Please forgive us.
He just nods. He goes, "If you need him escorted back to the home, let me know."
Can you guide us back to the shield shop? He got us very well lost on the way here.
He whistles, and one of the guards come up. He goes, "Help them to the shield shack." And the guy says, "Aye, Captain," and starts walking. Says, "Come this way," and just casually walking.
Just gonna chit chat as we walk, and I'm gonna grunt and be like, "Come the fuck on, get over here."
All right.
Bjork, I'm gonna hold my note over to Chaka and be like, he doesn't fucking know. He doesn't know what we owe for a shield.
Scotty doesn't know.
He doesn't fucking know.
All right, so you guys make your way
Did the captain sign the note?
He did.
I think this is a payment receipt.
It says Captain Richards.
He doesn't fucking know how much we owe for a shield.
Can I get the guard between me and Bjork and try and use Bjork to distract the guard while I shit, I don't have a pen, so I can't fib the note.
You would need a forgery kit.
I have charcoal.
charcoal isn't as fine as a pen.
I
It's just
know.
like crayon. Like
I know.
Hey, fuck it. It's worked so far. I'm
Bjork.
going with the charcoal.
okay.
I'm going to make it say, I
Bjork.
don't fucking know how much it costs, but give these guys a shield.
Okay.
And then say captain.
Roll a performance check.
It's signed. It's signed.
With,
it is signed.
with disadvantage.
Yes. Ooh. The first one was an 18. The second one was a 3. So I'm rolling a 4.
Okay, good to know. You write it out. And you think it looks
Can
great.
we take the median?
No.
Right at
You-
4.
No.
You actually.
It fits everything perfectly.
Yeah, you think it's great. And you pocket it, and you're like, all right, cool. We got this. And you guys do arrive.
Bjork looks
the
at it
shop.
as he's scribbling. I'm like, I thought I was drunk.
All right. So you guys are heading back to the shield shop. Dragoon, what are you doing?
I'm kind of walking around and checking out the scenery a little bit.
Okay,
Probably grabbing some food because I'm hungry.
right on. Food's relatively inexpensive here. So I would just say a couple copper.
Careful
Alright.
with the street meat.
Yeah.
I got an iron gut. I'm good.
Don't go for the gas station sushi.
Oh God, no! Please don't ever. Oh, made that mistake twice.
Do not ruin my sushi.
Gas station sushi will ruin you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so you guys head that way. Dragoon, you're kind of just wandering around, just visiting the local shops. You do come across like a very strange looking man. And he's in an overcoat, and he's kind of like, hey, come here.
Seems
Can I throw-
trustworthy.
Can I throw an investigation at that as I'm kind of still
What are you trying to
Walking.
investigate?
to see if I can see him at all in his coat or anything?
Oh no, he's
or
he's
just-
calling you out. You see him. He is definitely hiding to the shadows, but you definitely see him because he's calling you out.
I walk over with my hand on the hilt of my sword,
He goes,
ready.
"You look like an adventurer. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?"
You calm your jets first, buddy.
Is this a
And yes.
D&D land?
He looks at you and he says, "I may got what you need. I got healing potions. I got poisons. I've got some acids. You know what else I got? I got trick cards where you will get the high score every time. I got that. I got what you need, man. What do you need? What do you need? Just tell me."
I feel like this is the beginning of a Disney movie.
I feel like this is the crackhead outside of the 7-Eleven.
Pretty
Like I
much.
said,
This is the beginning of Skyrim. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah. What do you do, Dragon?
Fallout.
What are those cards called? Add a character.
You don't know.
You don't know. You have to ask him. Out of character.
No, in character. You have to. You could ask in character.
In character, you got some magical cards, not the trick ones, but actual magical ones.
I can get you whatever you want. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? And he pulls out in like multiple different pockets, and he's got like 5 decks in his hands. All of them varying shades of color. Some bigger, some smaller. Some almost like just thumb sized, where it's like travel size when we were kids.
Opens his jacket. You want to buy some cards?
Exactly.
You want
And
some
he's
cards,
like,
Brad?
and he fans them out.
Are all of us right there, or just
Nope,
Dragoon?
it is just Dragoon.
What decks are these that you're showing me?
And he
Because
points
to me, they just
Yeah, to you, they're just decks of cards. He points to the one on the far left, and it's a blue case, and he says, "These will allow you to do magical damage when you throw them at people. And these, the next one, he goes, these will tell your fortunes and give you riches. And these ones right here, these are just regular playing cards. But these will allow you to pull a random effect every time. And these little ones right here, these little itty bitty ones, I made those myself and I like them.
How much for the ones that do random effects?
Oh, good choice. And he points to the one in the middle and says, these. Wait. Those were the regulars. Hold on. Shit. And he picks up the next one. These are great. These are only 250 gold.
How much for the normal ones?
He puts it back and frowns. He goes, these. And he looks back. He looks down. He goes, these are worth 5 gold.
I'll take those because I got a buddy who will love those. But I do not have 250 gold at the moment to give you.
He looks at you and he gladly accepts that 5 gold and just hands you a deck of cards. And then he runs away.
Runs away.
Yeah, he runs away. Cackling the entire way. Got him! And runs.
We'll talk about this at the end of the stream.
Can I throw one of those vials at him?
Which one?
As he runs away. My
He's
acid
gone,
vial.
dude.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Gone.
Roll a.
I got to roll.
It would be a roll a dexterity check with disadvantage because there's a crowd.
Never mind.
No, did
No,
you roll?
you spoke.
Yeah,
You spoke.
You already said you threw
There's one.
with disadvantage.
It's dexterity.
Uh-huh.
We got a 20 and a 19.
Okay. You do not hit him, but you also do not hit anyone else because he is fucking running. Luckily, the splash around the crowd just happened to open up like a fucking Disney movie, and it just splashed around and it sizzled and it just quickly dried up as people started walking by once again. And that guy can no longer be seen.
I'm going to look at this deck I have in my hand. I'm going to be like, Choco will like this. Slide it in my pocket.
Did you want to look at the cards?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So you pocket the cards. Just make note, mystery deck of cards.
Yeah, it's quite possible he gave you the wrong deck.
That's fine. You'll find that out later.
Someone will.
Thanks.
All right. So you continue just walking around, heading back towards.
Anybody want to see a magic trick?
Boom! The world ends.
No meta.
You guys come up to the shield bearer, the shield shack, and it is exactly where you left off before, across from the blacksmith. And the guard says, "Here you go."
Whack Bjork in the back of the head.
You guys walk in, and there are many, many different types of shields.
Point at the guard.
Bjork's gonna.
Excuse me.
You said we walked in.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn around to the guard and I'm gonna say, "Good day, sir. Thank you for direction."
He nods and walks away.
I'm gonna turn around to the blacksmith. I'm gonna say, "Listen, man, I don't know what you guys have going on here, but Princeton sent us from the jail under direction of Francisco and said to get, just kind of some basic shields, maybe something a little better to work at the jail."
He looks at you and he says, "While we do supply the guard, we don't supply the jailers." That's an interesting...
Well, you see, sir, nobody has really been applying to work at the jail, so I think the town guard is actually assuming the position, and I'm gonna pull the sign back out of my backpack that says $100 protection,
Okay.
and I'm gonna show him my sign. I'm gonna say this was posted in front of the jail,
He looks
so
at
I
you and
think
he
they're pretty
says,
I'm gonna
much
be like-
accepting anyone.
Bjork, you dropped this paper.
he looks at the sign and he says, "Weren't you holding that whenever the convoy was going by?"
I'm gonna say yes, sir. I was. I picked it up from the jail before we were here. We saw the convoy on our way to the captain's quarters. So I figured, trying to make coin. We could make coin here or there or anywhere.
Roll a persuasion check. Because it's not quite
Okay.
lying-ish.
That is a net 20 plus.
You're still drunk, so
Nothing.
it's disadvantage.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Dude, you butt chug.
16.
Okay.
16.
He looks at you and he's like, "Okay. Well, he said you dropped something, and you have Traka hands you a piece of paper.
I'm gonna pick the piece of paper out of Trucker's hand. I'm gonna say, "Oh, yes, I forgot. In our skirmish to get back here, we're in a hurry to start our duty. This is from the captain, dear sir."
He looks at the note and he says, "That is his signature."
That is his signature. Agreed. Yes. Okay.
And
so,
some of those words are his. But what is this smudge mess?
He was in a hurry. I told him that the jailers needed help. There's actually jailees trying to escape as we speak. We really need to be on our way.
Traka, he looks over at you, and your fingers are still blackened from the charcoal that you held in your hands. And he he looks at the paper. He looks back. He goes, "Do you guys need shields?"
Not me, dear sir. And I'm going to pull out my shield. I have a fine shield right here. However, my friend here needs a shield so that we can start our duty.
As I have a sentinel shield on my back.
Right.
I'm just looking for a better shield than what I have.
Roll a d20 for me.
2.
He looks at you and he says, "Well, I did actually just get a new shield in for trade. I don't know if you'd be interested, but the way it was explained to me, and I don't know much about magic, but I know shields. And with every trade in, we have to test the shields. And what we found was you get a almost like an advantage whenever you get attacked at a range. It actually like almost catches the arrows that are being shot at you, aka that converts over to a +2 AC.
Bjork,
against ranged attacks.
as he's halfway through explaining this, I'm going to cut him off. And I'm going to say, dear sir, if I let you test this shield on me so that you can advance your knowledge of blacksmithing and magic, my friend here needs it to assume his duty.
Duty.
He looks at you and he says, "I don't need to test it on you. We already tested it."
I insist, sir.
No, I think we'll keep it back here unless you want to buy it. And if you want to look at the stats on that, Traka, it's called Arrow Catching Shield. You gain a +2 bonus to your AC against ranged attacks while you wield the shield. This bonus is in addition to the shield's normal bonus, which is a 2. So you would get like a +4 if someone's shooting shit at you.
Bjork's like, You said unless you want to buy it.
Well, that sounds good and all, but I don't know if that's quite better than what I have. I generally am closer. I don't really get shot at that often.
Who's here right now?
Trucka, Dragoon, Bjork, and Malak, and you.
Oh,
Oh,
I am here?
and the shield. Yeah, I would say you followed them over to the shields.
Okay, I don't think I have a shield, do I?
I do not know.
Because I would buy it.
So I did check how much gold you have. You have no gold. You have like 10 silver. But I also don't know what all you guys have gotten and divided up.
I have no idea. I haven't been keeping track the past 3 weeks or whatever weeks.
But to
The
answer your
past 3 weeks,
question,
3 or 4 weeks, we haven't made anything. Well, we made money and lost money.
so you
Well,
have
how
you
much
do
is the
not
shield?
have a shield.
I do not.
Yeah.
Can I buy this one for 10 silver then, since that's what I have?
No.
No, but listen. Hey, Bjork's like, so my letter from the captain gets me nothing.
I don't fucking know, is what he says to you.
So you don't know, or he doesn't know.
He turns the note around and he says, I don't fucking know.
So you're saying the captain's smarter than you, sir?
I don't fucking know. And he just repeats it.
Since you don't know.
But I'll tell you this. The shield I will let go for 450 gold.
I'm just gonna.
If I can blow your mind with a magic trick, will you let my friend have the shield?
And about this time, Dragoon walks in. And Dragoon, you hear him say this.
Trucka, I got a present for you.
Really? What
I
did you
do.
get me, good friend?
And I slip
like
out a
presents.
deck of cards.
Okay.
My eyes light up. Like, ooh, look, a brand new deck. And I just start shuffling and bridging and like,
I need you to roll a D100.
Fuck.
Face at me.
83.
Nothing happens.
You probably should have provided more narrative.
It is a normal deck of cards.
He doesn't know that.
No, but I just made him roll for nothing. So yeah, you're shuffling it up, and the guy looks at you and goes, I do like a good magic trick. I'll tell you what. I'll knock off 100 gold if you can knock my socks off.
I'll start my trick. Go with the one about the kings and their sons, and we've had the talk before, and that would be a dirty 20.
And as Trock is readying this trick, I'm gonna nudge him, and I'm gonna say, if your trick doesn't work, I'm going to ready a trick of my own. Be ready to get your shield.
No.
Is this in Orcish?
Yeah,
Okay.
This is between me and you.
All right. Yeah. I'm doing my trick, and I hear him whisper this to me, and just keep going, and
the
pick
guy
a card, and
the guy who is also half orc looks at you and says,
What a fucking time to get this information.
you never asked.
I don't ever ask. It doesn't matter. That's fine. Go ahead.
And just says, I'm keeping my eye out. But then it almost just, that is a quick distraction, which allows you to get a very good magic trick out. And at the end, he's like, holy shit. That was fucking sweet. How did you do that?
And Bjork, I'm just going to walk back
never
and
tells his secrets.
I'm just going to walk back and pick up the shield and say,
I want to
Cheerio, sir.
slap my hand so all the charcoal smokes, and I run out the door.
As you run out the door and Bjork starts grabbing the shield, Bjork, I need you to make a perception check with disadvantage.
Fuck,
Smoke
everything
bomb.
today has been at disadvantage.
Because
The
you
one who
fucking
butt chugged
butt
like 4
chugged.
pints
You're
of
treating
beer.
me like an alcoholic or something.
So we're treating you like a butt chugger.
Perception,
Yep.
10.
You do pick up a shield, and you run out
Yeah.
as the guy, like he was not expecting like he was already like open jawed, wide eyed, and the charcoal just fucking just gets in his eyes, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And you run out with a shield.
All right. I'm
It's-
gonna toss that shield on my back and just keep running.
You already have a shield on your back.
I'm gonna toss a second shield on my back and keep running.
The shield falls to the ground. You cannot hold two
Fuck.
shields.
All right, never mind. I'm going to arm mount that shield.
That will be good. It is just a standard buckler. You literally grab the cheapest motherfucker in there.
Oh fuck! I was. Oh damn it. That's fine. That's fine.
Saw an opportunity to pull a smoke bomb vanish, and I had to take it.
I liked it. Yeah, he rolled a 1.
What a dick! I
He
thought I
rolled
was
a
getting the
natural
good
1 with
shield.
that. With that.
That's fine.
His mouth was open and everything.
Yeah, he was just
So-
like magic trick, and then you were like, poof, and just like.
As we get further down the road, I'd like to pull Traka around a corner with me. Come here, Traka. Hey. Come here.
Dragoon, I am assuming you ran as well.
Oh,
Sharkbait,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
assuming
gone.
you ran as well. Unless you're going to be like, I don't know those motherfuckers.
I would assume everyone
I
in
didn't
the
know I wasn't
room
muted this whole time. Sorry, guys.
ran or stayed. One of the two. I mean,
I want to stay there and just like look around. Like I have no idea what's going on. Like
Okay.
where did they just go?
Okay, yeah.
Wait. I can get you the camera. Watch this. I want to do this. I'm like,
Perfect.
what? What? Where'd everyone go?
Sharkbait, you turn around and it's just like there's just like dust particles just like floating in the air, and the guy's like rubbing his eyes. He's like, "Did you see where they went?" And he looks around and he doesn't even notice that there's a shield missing. That he rolled a natural 1 on perception. He's more concerned about his eyes right now.
I could have taken a better shield.
No, you could have, should have, would have. Sharkbait.
I didn't know what he wanted. He wants a fucking shield. I
Yeah.
took a shield. You know.
Sharkbait. He's like, oh. Anyway, sorry about that. What can I help you with?
This motherfucker
I just want
Let's
to.
do
I want
business.
straight up want to hit him with the, and then turn around and walk out.
Okay. And you walk out, and he's like, weird. And he goes back behind his counter,
don't
and
fucking know.
yeah, and he's like, I don't fucking know.
Sharkbait points to the paper. I don't fucking know.
Perfect. Yeah, with that, we will end the episode with Bjork pulling Traka aside in the alley and everyone following along. You did not make it to the tower, but
We were never gonna make it to the tower.
Bjork,
It's been a while since we've had some shenanigans.
oh man, and shenanigans there were.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
Evil shenanigans.
Shenanigan.
that was
They will
real
fun.
quick, though,
forever
before
go
we do
down and-
completely end,
Go ahead.
Drake, I do got a shield you can have.
Oh no, we got him a shield. Don't worry.
No,
He's got a shield.
No, we have a shield.
Yeah, they just took one. That's why they stole it.
You guys have a.
I-
I have a big.
I was gonna
That's-
buy it.
That's 100% not why we stole it, but we have a shield.
Yeah.
Did you steal it?
I'm not sure why I stole it, but I
He's-
now
mine's
possess.
In fact,
the-
he really doesn't know why he did it. So,
My coin told me to just go with it, so I went with it.
Yeah.
Hey,
tonight was fun. Whew.
I rolled a chaos die.
Dude.
I don't know,
This
3
is
times
pretty much
tonight.
my chaos die.
I lost every time.
Or did you? Because that shit was lit.
How many of you have a dice tower?
I do, but I don't use it.
I have a dice
I have
box.
this one that my good friend Brandon got me at the start of this year for Shane's campaign.
Oh, that's right. Nice. That's the exact
Anthony
one I have.
uses
Or-
one. Nylar uses a
Made
dice
his
tower
own.
that he made.
Alex, you don't have one?
No, I don't got a dice tower. I use this little box that I got ages ago that has a tarot card face on it.
You
I
guys
use
are
that's what I
fucking
use.
fancy. I use my my desk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
no, man, it used to be my little cash stash box.
My desk is hickory. It's old.
I
Don't forget
too
to raid someone,
have an
Brandon.
old desk. This desk is like 70.
Nice. That's
The
like a
roll
writing
top
cap.
still works.
So
Nice.
everyone,
It has keys and locks. It was my great grandma's, and then my grandma's, and then my mom's.
everyone, since you guys have spread your good fortunes and your helping the street rats, you all are now level 3.
Hell yeah!
Wait, I read my what? Good fortune.
Oh.
Yeah. So Traka's been working hard on networking and getting your guys' names out. So the more notoriety you have, whether good or bad,
Ain't the name
raises your
easy, but
level.
it's necessary.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like people in town do know me.
They
yeah.
will never forget you. Like Bjork the butt chugger.
Yeah.
I have been
Might be
making an
your new
impression.
nickname.
You made an impression. Okay. All right. A butt impression. But an impression.
She's like,
No.
that was my mother's
No.
boss.
That was the vase that made an impression, not my
I
butt.
still was not expecting
Nope.
it to completely just take a 360 and all of a sudden dump down the drain.
Yep.
It wasn't a 360. I was going straight forward.
Oh,
You
that
got-
was.
You just didn't know.
That was a trip.
Good one.
Jeez.
Listeners, you're welcome.
Yeah. For real.
I know B Hump is still here, I believe.
All right. Well, with that, I am going to find someone to raid. As we get that going, remember to be kind to each other. Do something nice for someone tomorrow. Love each other, but most importantly, love yourselves. Have a good night, and I'm going to actually stream raid one of my friends. Danny played GS. He's playing Warzone, so show him some love. Stick around for a while.
Danny's a cool guy. He'll appreciate it.
Yes, you will.
All right. So thank you guys. Have a good night. We love you. Fuck cancer.
Fuck
Fuck
cancer.
cancer.
Fuck cancer.